Hey,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is going on, guys? Hey, happy 4th of July for those of you that celebrate here in the States. It is Independence Day. It is a day to celebrate, set up some fireworks, enjoy yourself some good old barbecue and hot dogs and things like that. It is an interesting day. It is a day like like any other except with fireworks. That's what it is. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you're doing well. I'm just taking a look here. I wanted to start my morning off looking at the news as I usually do. And I was going to do a gameplay stream, but then I thought, I haven't done a coffee chat in a while. And so I figured let's just do that. Let's get that one out of the way. Tomorrow we can always do a gameplay or later on. But today's going to be about news, views, and anything else that comes up. My mic always sounds so weird to me, but it's I think it's just my headset. I probably have it like noise canceling or something. Who knows? Either way, man, this is one thing that happens during the 4th of July weekend for me. It just seems like I don't know what I'm going to do on that day. On this day, today. It's always a question of where are we going to go? Are we going to go see fireworks, or are we going to have our barbecue? Are we going to have people over? What is the process? What are we doing today? Are we lighting fireworks ourselves, or are we going to go watch them somewhere? And that really becomes the question for most Americans these days. Streaming on a special day? Can you believe it? What's going on, Troy? Good to see you. Let me turn my fan on. Hold on. 81 degrees in here. Inside. Outside is 89 degrees. And it is 10:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I forgot to tell you that at the top. But we're a little, I don't know, we're a little late for our new 9 o'clock time. We're early for our regular 11 o'clock time. So it is what it is. Yeah. I really don't know these days what we do on 4th of July because I honestly hate crowds. I think I've said this before. I really do dislike going to crowded places. And I think one of the things that I listen, I know it's weird. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but other than the crowded thing, what I think about the most before even going to these events is the parking. Where are we going to park? And the reason why is because I think about at the end of the evening when everyone is leaving, the congestion that happens getting is congestion the right word? Yeah, right. It is blocked. Anyways, the difficulty of getting out of the parking lot or whatever facility you are in. That is the part that is like I hate that. Oh, it takes you like half an hour, 40 or 45 minutes sometimes to get out of certain places. It feels that way. Honestly, I think it's been like 20 or 30 minutes that it's taken me to get out of these places. And I stress about that even before I get there. I'm definitely an introvert. I don't know why. I've always been an extrovert. Like I've always been outgoing and able to talk to everybody, and I loved going places and just, but I don't know, man. I've gotten to the point where it's like I just enjoy my quiet life, and I don't like crowds. I really do not. The other thing I realized that I don't like now in my old age, and this happened last July 4th. I think it was last. Yeah, I think it was last year. I'm trying to remember if we were here last year or the year before. Maybe it wasn't last year. It was probably the year before that. But we went to a place nearby. The place is called Abacoa. It's near Jupiter, and they had their 4th of July special. It's like they had music playing. Everybody was out there. It was really crowded. It was really hot. It was like I'm like sweating. There's bugs. There's just people had the lawn chairs out. We brought our lawn chairs. And then we decided it was just so hot we were going to start heading up and leaving, and we were wondering where the fireworks going to be. So this is what I realized that I did not like for some reason: the parking garages. Like when you drive into a parking garage and you have to keep going up until you can find a parking spot. But don't those parking garages seem like they're like really low? And all I can think about is if this thing breaks, it starts caving in, we're gonna get crushed. So I hate that thing. So we were sitting at the very top of it, and we were sitting. In other words, we parked all the way at the top, and we were watching the fireworks from there. And a lot of people thought about the same thing. So a lot of people started driving up to the top of this. And it seemed like there was not even another spot to park in, but cars were still coming in and were still trying to go up, and they were just causing traffic and everybody was blocking the area. And I honestly, the thought that was going through my head was, this freaking garage is going to just collapse with the number of cars that are up here that should not be up here. It was freaking me out. And so ever since then, I've like realized I hate car garages. I do. If I could avoid having to park in them, I do. The only time I ever park in them now is if I'm going like on a cruise or going on a on a plane trip or something. So I have to travel, so I got to leave my car in one of those. Other than that, even then, I think from this point forward, I probably will just have somebody like Uber us there, to the airport and then pick us up at the end. I'm telling you. I like going out and stuff, but I'm not the kind that says, "Oh, I can't wait for tonight's events." Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm already stressing out about this evening's events, and so the question has always been, it's like, are we going to light fireworks, like set off our own fireworks, or are we going to go watch them? And I think for the majority, excuse me, most people end up going to watch fireworks because they put on such a great show. Most towns, counties, whatever you want to call it, I think it's mostly towns that do it, like villages and so forth. They actually end up putting their own show. Like here in West Palm has its own. West Palm has like 3 or 4 of them going on, depending on like the. West Palm is broken up into different areas. Okay, so like there's what was I thinking? Sorry, my brain is not working. Like there's a Green Acres area, there's a Palm Springs area, there's the Wellington area, there's the Loxahatchee area with Royal Palm, Weston. Now, is it Weston? Westland. There's the Palm Beach. What's the other one called? Palm Beach Gardens area. Sorry. There's all these different areas, and they all have different fireworks things planned or set up that the city does. And so I think for the most part, they do a really good job because they really invest in it. It's a great show. Most of them last like 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes of fireworks, anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes of fireworks. And so you get to watch this great display, and they play music, obviously the national anthem and other real American hardcore music. So there it goes. And it's a great show. So I'm thinking to myself, why would I spend money on like sparklers and like little baby fireworks that just pop about like 6 feet high, and do it in the front of my street? It's like, it doesn't compare at all. I mean, unless I'm going to pull out the big dollars and start getting the big giant, boom, freaking torpedoes up into the sky. But even then, there are still some places that will prevent you from doing that. Like some homeowners associations here in Florida do not allow you to do fireworks in the street or in in front of your house. Safety reasons. There's a lot of trees and stuff that can get burned down. The other reason is, who's going to clean up afterwards? Because, every time fireworks go off, they leave the debris. And so who cleans up afterwards? Yeah. So all of those things. So because of that, there are only certain places that allow you to do fireworks at home. And then other places, it's a noise thing. Like I know of a town here in close by that have a noise ordinance. My dog should be a noise ordinance. They have a noise ordinance where they're not allowed to do any loud activities after a certain time in the evening, and they make a warning about setting off fireworks, that they are prohibited in the neighborhood. It's not allowed here, against the law. You need permission. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, if you think about it, it's freaking explosions. They're freaking baby dynamites. You need permission in advance. Yeah. I honestly, I don't like to set my own off. Like I said, it's a waste of money to get like little crappy ones, unless you're really going to invest in it. And even then, like I said, they're not even, like in my area, they're not allowed. They won't allow you to do it. You can do some baby stuff, but you can't do anything major. And I think there's a couple of lakes by where I live, so I think they allow them like by the lake or on the lake because obviously there's water. But even then, I don't know. There's probably an issue there too. So I prefer going. Uh, the choice is easy. I prefer just going to these places to watch. But there lies the problem: having to go to places with large crowds, and then having to deal with the heat, the mosquitoes, possible rain, and then just trying to get out of there at the end. Yeah, that's pretty sucky. Why am I working on a holiday? Well, you said I'm not allowed to take holidays because I don't work. That's why I'm here. I figured I'd come in for a little bit and just talk. But yeah, there's the other thing about the 4th of July that we were looking at in this opening video with that I played before I started is the fire hazards. You know, in some places that have like, especially right now in the dry season, in some places it's dry season, it's really hot. And I mean, got to be careful with those fires, man. I still have all my fingers. Don't set off fireworks. Yeah, exactly. By the way, can I show you the shirt that I'm wearing today? This is a Streamlabs free shirt that I got. I got this from Streamlabs for free. I guess the more you use Streamlabs, you like it says some stuff in the back. What's it say? Hold on here. I'll turn around. Yeah, I hope you saw that. I don't know. I couldn't see it. But so when you use Streamlabs Ultra, whatever the hell it is, you increase in status with them, I guess. Like you reach like silver, gold, onyx, platinum, whatever. And so there's milestones. And with those milestones, you get little benefits or little things, some discounts and whatnot. And this is the second shirt that I've gotten from Streamlabs for free because of like using their product. And I think that is so cool. Like I wish like Twitch had something like that. I wish it was like after a certain number of hours or years of streaming, like let's say there should be like a you reach this level, they should give you a t-shirt. They should. I mean, I'm not asking them to make you partner, but on Twitch it should be that way. Like, hey, you streamed for a year. Congratulations. We're so happy to have you on board. As long as you met like a certain number of hours for that year, then you should get a t-shirt. Maybe you should get a t-shirt every year. I don't know. I mean, it's cheap to get t-shirts. So that should happen. And YouTube should do the same thing. Hey, welcome to YouTube. You know what I mean? I think it should be done like that. Anyway, so Streamlabs gave me this this beautiful black shirt because it goes with my style. I don't know if I'm too crazy about this logo, but it will do. It could have been worse. I have the other Streamlabs one. It's like a cartoon character in the front with big eyeballs, and it just says like Streamlabs or something on it. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm reading some of your comments. Let me back up. For example, if you have a wedding like my sister had and she made fireworks, she had to get permission. Oh yeah, it's like having an event. It's pyro. What is it called? Pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics, right? Something like that. That's what it is. It's the fire show, fireworks show. I don't understand the attraction of fireworks. Some lights and loud noises. Can see that on YouTube with all the people around you. Exactly. Without all the people around you. Yes, you're absolutely right. You know, I told my wife the same thing. I'm like, we can watch it on TV. I'll play it really loud. I have a surround sound system and I'll set the lights in the room to like red, white, and blue, you know? And she's like, no. So because there's so many different like different fireworks events going on this evening in my area. I mean, honestly, there's about nearby, there's like 6 of them. At least 6. I think there's more, but there's at least 6. So I had to choose which one would be the best one to go to based on easy access, easy exit. So that's kind of the way I saw it. Or which one's not going to be as popular. That's the other thing. One of the other things they do in this area is on the water in downtown West Palm by the water, they have a boat show sometimes. like a boat parade, and then they also do fireworks over the water. So that's kind of nice to see. But first of all, getting there, getting parking, it's a nightmare. That place is a nightmare on regular nights when you go out partying. So I just imagine on 4th of July. Yeah, I don't feel the need, man. I know freaking Scrooge bah humbug for freaking July 4th. I get it, but I'm just not into that crazy stuff. I'd rather be here with you guys. Yes. I streamed on Twitch for 10 years and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. It should say that exactly. T-shirts are €2 minimum here. €2. That's not a lot. €2 is basically like close to $3. No, it's wait, no, it's less. I can't remember. What's the freaking exchange? What's the euro to a dollar? I can't remember. Is it you get more euros for $1 or you get less euros for $1? I think you get less euros for $1. I can't remember. In-person fireworks are different. The sound is different. Some people love the sound and the colors. I don't like the sound. It gives me PTSD. That's all I'm going to say. It's just not. I prefer, yeah, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But you got to do it, you know. Okay, here's the other thing, by the way. When the kids were little or younger and they didn't have boyfriends, we had to like do stuff with them. Like, right, the 4th of July, hey, the kids want to do something. Obviously, you don't want to keep them home. So we did that stuff. But now my girls are both grown up. I mean, one's going to be 20 this year. The other one's 17. They both have a boyfriend. Well, they both have friends. Let's just say friends, okay? I don't know. They both have friends, and so they have their own plans. Like, I think my oldest right now went out on a boat with her friends. So they have like their own plans. So it's not like we have to do anything for them. But my wife enjoys the fireworks. So she doesn't want to sit home. She's not a homebody like me. I mean, I could sit home every day, all day long, never leave this house. And she, on the other hand, is like, yeah, no, not having this. I told her she can find a buddy that she can go out with all the time. Go get a buddy. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. It's just jokes, people. Relax. It's just jokes. Nord is not getting divorced. Calm down. Although some of you might be interested. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Not going to ours. The island has about 3,000 people year round. For this weekend here, we're about 15,000 people, and it isn't made for that many. Holy crapolies. That's a lot. Oh, wait. It's $2.16 versus €2. Okay, there you go. That's what it is. Gotcha. So you get less money when you transfer your dollars over there. Got it. That's how much t-shirts are? Wait a minute. You said the t-shirts are $2 minimum here. Wow. Not here, man. Dude, have you seen Etsy? Freaking expensive. But here's the other thing though. You can buy, like, these big companies like Twitch, like freaking Streamlabs does it. But like if Twitch did it or YouTube did it or any other big company did it, like Streamlabs does, they buy the t-shirts in bulk. And they'll buy them from, like, you know, who knows where. But the more they buy, the less they are. So yeah, their t-shirts could be like $2 a piece. And then as far as the printing of it, and they could print that crap in-house. It doesn't cost that much. You know what I mean? So, and it's just that added incentive. And when you think about the fact that people that pay for like these Streamlabs Ultra, you know, that's a subscription. Part of that subscription should go to, we're going to end up sending a t-shirt to this guy at some point this year, maybe once a year. And I think Twitch should be the same thing. You know, for the number of subscriptions they get, maybe one subscription would actually pay for the t-shirt. That's all I'm saying. It's not a lot to ask. Now, I think YouTube's a little different because not everybody on YouTube is making money on YouTube. So it doesn't make them any money. You actually cost them money. The more live streams you have on YouTube, the more you're costing them because they have to put your stuff out there. And if you're not making any money, yeah, they're not making any money. So it's kind of, yeah, I don't know, you just gotta, thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you for putting my stuff out there for free. I appreciate it. If you think about it, let me backtrack for a second. If you really do think about it, being able to stream on YouTube or even on Twitch for free is actually a blessing. You should be thankful, right? I mean, I never really thought about this, but the fact that I get to do this for free, it doesn't, in other words, I don't have to pay YouTube to be able to stream on YouTube. I never paid Twitch to be able to stream on Twitch. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, I don't think a lot of people realize that. How, like, first of all, if you're from the olden days when streaming wasn't a thing, and if you wanted to put your stuff out there, like you really wanted to go live and show people your stuff, whatever, that took a lot of work. And in some cases, it was difficult to do, especially the bandwidth. But it was possible. It just wasn't very easy, and not everybody could do it. So if you think about how nowadays we're able to do all of this for free, that's crazy. And I think a lot of us take that for granted. We do. If you think about it, it's like, so a lot of people complain about, oh, YouTube doesn't do this, or YouTube's not paying me, or I'm not getting any money on Twitch or whatever. Like, you know what? You're right. You're probably not making a big year. You're not making money on it, but you're getting to put yourself out there for free. It's not costing you anything either. This all stuff here is costing you, but this is your choice of what you decide to pay for in your own office. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Yeah, you can buy a 5-pack of t-shirts for $10. Damn, I'm moving there. It cost me $8 to buy my freaking black t-shirts. $8 to $10, sometimes $12, but usually it's all right, anywhere between $8 and $12 for my black t-shirts that I wear, and I have a lot of them. Shit, I wish I could buy a 5-pack for $10. T-shirts are expensive retail, but cheap to make. Yes, get Chinese-made shirts and print on them. Well, the only shirts that I like to get, in which I'm really surprised. Yeah, there's the label there. I can't show it to you. I'd have to get really close, and I don't even know if I'd even be able to focus on it. But they use the Bella Canvas shirt, which is a really good t-shirt, actually. It fits nice and snug, like fits right in the right places. And these are the t-shirts I like. There's only 2 t-shirts that I found that I like, that are cheap and I really like a lot. And a lot of print-on-demand people use them. It's the Bella Canva, which is this one. It doesn't really shrink. They say it shrinks a little. I don't know. Mine never shrinks. I get bigger. The shirt doesn't shrink. This is one of the main shirts that I get normally, especially when I order something with something printed on it. And then the other shirt that I like, which I've gotten for years, because I think I've gotten ever since I started streaming, probably shortly thereafter, is Target's Goodfellow. So Goodfellow is a brand at Target, and they have these t-shirts that are anywhere between $8 and $12, and they're V-neck or crew neck. I like the V-neck one. And man, they just fit nicely. Now, some of them, they do shrink a bit, but so I tend to buy a larger size, and then, they shrink a little bit. But either way, I mean, they're great t-shirts. Those are the only ones I like. I like the way they feel, I like the way they fit. I don't like shirts like the Gildan. I think I don't know which Gildan it is, but there's a famous one that everybody gets also for print on demand. And when I look at the sleeves, the sleeve always looks like it's sticking out. Like it's just flared out. It just feels weird. And it also feels heavier. So I get like sweaty. I don't like it. T-shirts are expensive. Cheap. Get Chinese made. 99.9% of all American T-shirts are Chinese. Really? I didn't know that. The print makes it hell expensive, which is stupid. I prefer spending 40 euros on a shirt, and it's example Lacoste. Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's a lot of these shirts that are like brand name. They're t-shirts and they cost 40 or $50, but they're brand name. I think it's stupid. Now, having been in the area where I'm like I right now I'm not selling any t-shirts, but I have in the past didn't do so well. Because it's kind of like you can make the shirt that you like for you, but it doesn't mean everybody else will like it. And so now I'm getting ready to put out some more t-shirts, but actually I'm trying to do more um t-shirts related to like our stream. I'm not even gonna worry about like selling t-shirts massively, and if I come up with a good design, maybe I'll put it up there. But I'm just thinking of doing something for the stream itself. So like a Wolfpack t-shirt. And that's what I'll do. And I'll probably put those out. They won't be expensive though. I don't, I mean, I'm not looking to like make millions of dollars off of people or like, get 50% back. If anything, I think the t-shirt profit will, if a good t-shirt profit will probably be like $5 off a t-shirt, which is a sub if you think about it. So I think it's kind of cool because, person can buy a shirt, keep the shirt, and then at the same time, you get a little something for it. Let's make guild tabards. That's an idea. For which game? Yeah, it's a good use of free speech, which you can't do everywhere. It's true. Look at us all Independence Day. It's true. The material is different though, thicker. True. No, and that's the thing. I think that we forget the things that we have, the rights that we're given, and the blessings that we get every day. And I think just being on YouTube and being able to talk about this and being able to do, talk about crazy stuff and laugh and even give our opinions on some things is like a, I know that people say that's a right. You have a right to say what you want. Yeah, you're right. I do. But at the same time, this is not my platform. This is somebody else's platform that's allowing me to be on it for free. They do have some rules. Obviously, there's certain things I can't say. There's certain opinions that they don't want me to share, and I get that, but I don't get into that crap. I don't know. It's crazy. You know what's cool? There is a guy named, I forgot what his name is. Is it Dr. K? What's the guy? It's Healthy Gamer is the YouTube channel. I forgot the guy's name, but he does a lot of like sessions with other streamers. I guess he's a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I think he's a psychologist. I don't know if he's a psychiatrist because he's not putting out meds. But he does sessions online. And if you think about it, that's what this kind of is. This is a little bit of therapy. We just go on, we talk about like-minded things. We get to vent some things. We get to have open discussions about stuff and feel better. Go make your coffee. I'll wait. We got some news we're going to start in a few minutes. Go get some coffee. I'll get my screens ready. Let's see, 4th of July. Oh, we got some 4th of July videos we can watch first. All these 4th of July videos. I heard it's going to be hot. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. What is the weather going to be like? There's a heat advisory and it's 89 degrees right now. Wherever you go, and listen, anywhere, I'm looking at this map, and just to get an idea of these heat warnings, if you're anywhere in the southeast, anywhere from Oklahoma City down to my freaking Miami, it's going to be hot. There's a heat advisory or a heat warning. So make sure if you are out today, bring some water with you. We got a few people in that area and between that area that we can think about. I know Loco is in the Tennessee area there, so he's in the heat warning, I'm pretty sure. So make sure, Loco, if you ever hear this, hopefully you hear this today, drink some water today, brother. I was going to start up Gloomhaven again since we were talking about it the other day, then saw you were on. Oh, Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You do you, brother. I don't even know Gloomhaven. Did we look at Gloomhaven? I don't even know what that was. Oh, it's a board. Well, this is a board game. I don't think I've ever seen Gloomhaven. Let's take a look. I think they're playing it live right now. Okay, that's taking too long.
Peggy 12.
Oh, you know what? Is this on? Yeah, okay. I think you can hear this. Is it turn-based? Why does it doesn't show you any like game stuff though? Why is
Peggy
that?
12.
I mean, that's not gameplay, is it?
Well, adventurer, I've been told that you're looking for mercenary work. The life you're about to embrace is hardly a noble one, and it's definitely not easy, though it can be quite lucrative. You're hired blades now, not some band of wandering heroes on a righteous quest. Form your band of mercenaries and start bashing in skulls, killing monsters, or whatever else you're sent out to do. Just remember that you're paid to get results, not ask questions. You'll face undead creatures, merciless tribes, and terrifying beasts beyond mortal comprehension. You'll have to fight dirty if you want to survive. The enemies you'll encounter don't believe in playing nice. With success comes opportunity, but not every opportunity is worth your while.
Yeah, so that's not
employers will
gameplay,
ask
it's
you to
cinematics.
unearth mysterious artifacts, better left alone. Others will pay a high price for help taking control.
Okay, hold on. So this is what gameplay actually looks like. Like that. Okay. Ah, interesting. So do you have to have 3 or 4 people, or does it fill in people with, like, if it's just you playing, do you get to control 4 characters, or do you have to have 4 friends or 3 friends in this case? Interesting. This is an old style game. When did this come? 2021? That's not that old. Not bad. No, you can do solo? Okay, got it. Quite interesting. When was this? An hour ago? Okay, hold on. Let's watch some videos here.
Excitement building on this July 4th for the largest fireworks display in the U.S.
And for the first time in more than a decade, the Macy's 4th of July fireworks is back on the Hudson River. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge joins us live from the west side with a preview. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning, Cindy and Doug. Well, that's right. Over the years, the fireworks have appeared both on the east side and the west side. And then for the last 10 years, at least, it's been on the east side and finally now to the delight of West Siders and
That's pretty cool. It's on both sides of the Hudson. That's pretty good. The difficulty goes up the more characters you play with. Got it. That makes sense. Hold on. This is a Macy's fireworks. I guess that's what it is. Look at that, so everyone can see it. New Jersey. Oh, look at that. New Jersey on that side, Manhattan on this side. That would be pretty cool to go see. But you know what's great about that is that if you live in any of these high rises over here or even over here, you can see it from your windows. Like, for example, like you would see it from any of these apartments back there. That's kind of cool. So you don't even have to go there. You can just watch it. Hey, I'm just going to sit in my apartment or my building, whatever it is. Especially these waterfront people, right? Oh, look at these people here. I'm staying late at work today so I can watch the fireworks. Or that big building. That's a great thing about these cities. Like if you can get into one of those, that's freaking awesome. And I think it's the same way. Like in downtown West Palm, there's actually high-rise buildings where people live off of these condos. And I am sure, depending on which side they are on, I'm sure a lot of them just have parties, like have people come over, and then they all open up like the balcony windows, which are usually pretty big, and they can watch the fireworks from up there. Hopefully, if it's a lot of people, they're not standing on the balcony, because balconies do have a weight limit. All right? I'm just saying. It has happened. Let me see what else. Just want to see some of the fireworks, some examples of the fireworks.
River in New Jersey, there are official viewing points there. So that's Hoboken, Puree Park.
Got to get something for the $5,000 a week rental price? Exactly.
Maxwell Place Park, Stevens Park, and Elysium and Puree Park.
Well, let me go
the
back.
Fireworks from across the river in New Jersey. There are official viewing points there. So that's Hoboken, Puree Park, Maxwell Place Park, Stevens Park, and Elysium Park. And
You know how many people are going to be standing on this deck? But I think that's a restaurant.
with all these large crowds expected, businesses both on the west side and in New Jersey, they're thrilled. They're anticipating a big boost. Restaurants are also throwing all kinds of Independence Day parties. For example, Waterside Restaurant in North Bergen, they've already sold out all 200 reservations.
You have the perfect view of the Macy's fireworks. It's been a long time since we were able to see them at all from this side of the river.
I'm excited about what's to come.
Get to celebrate the best day in the country's history and to come to New York City, the greatest city in the world, and see this amazing fireworks show.
You know, it's so interesting to hear somebody say that in this day and age, because so many people do not even remember that. Like so much crap has happened throughout the past several years that no one ever says like greatest city. No one says that anymore. It really sucks. Like no one refers to any city, especially New York, as the greatest city ever. No one says like celebrating Independence Day, the greatest day in America's history. Nothing like that anymore. There is no, like, it's sad. That's kind of sad. But you don't see it as much. You don't hear that as much with all the craziness going on now. So this is what I don't want. You see this? What are they? Are they on a barge or something? What the hell are they on? Thrilled if you're the owner of the restaurants, not so much if you're a server. Exactly. Or the janitor having to clean back. Welcome back, man. This is New York, Macy's.
That the NYPD says to expect increased security. There's also going to be a lot of road closures, and that's beginning around 3 p.m. So again, try to leave the car at home if you're planning to come over here. Police recommending public transportation.
See, and if in a place like New York, that is possible. Like the transit subways, you don't need a car in New York. And that's what's great. Like, yeah, leave your cars at home if you have one and use the transit system and you'll get here. Florida is not that way. It's not like, no, you have to bring your car. That sucks. Election day is there today. Really? In New York? Wait, in New York? I didn't hear that. Is that true? I thought the first election place was like in September. Oh no, you're not talking. Oh, you're talking different election. Okay.
And if you are planning to come out as well, keep in mind you've got to leave your backpacks, chairs, umbrellas at home. And I know Cindy lives.
Wow, you can't bring chairs. I get the backpack thing. Nobody wants to be seen with a backpack during this time, but I didn't know about the chairs. Wow.
Over here on the west side, so she can just bring herself. Doug, you probably have plans to bring picnic blankets and all kinds of gear for Cindy and I to enjoy, but unfortunately you got to leave that at home as well.
Interesting. So New York, they don't let you do that. And so there's a place here called Wellington. The village of Wellington does something on Pearson Park. I think that's what it's called, Pearson Park. It's a big park that they have, and they usually have a full day event. And what they do is they have like an event for families. They have games going on, food trucks, and you name it, a bunch of different things. And you go there and you spend the entire day there. And you can bring your freaking lawn chairs. You can bring your blankets. You can bring a freaking cooler, your beers, your whatever, and make like a picnic out of it. And they do allow that there. Let's be real. The colors are awesome of the fireworks. They are. Yeah. I mean, I love me some fireworks. I mean, to watch on TV. Okay, 4th of July 2024. This is the how long is this? This is pretty long. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but this is Disney. All right. Now, if you've never been to Walt Disney or to the Magic Kingdom, Disney in Florida obviously is the bigger one, and in Orlando, and they have every night they have a fireworks display. I think it's every night, right? It's not just on weekends, but they have the end of the night parade, and then there's fireworks. And I know they recently this year added some a drone show, which is supposedly pretty elaborate. I haven't seen it. I haven't been to Disney since, wow, I don't know. It's been at least 10 years. So this is the Disney end of the day, end of the night parade or whatever. And then they do the fireworks. Oh, is this the 4th? Maybe this is the 4th of July just happening this week. You went in 1989? Wow, that's been a long time. Yeah, this must be this week. All right, they're giving a whole speech first. I'll just lower it down. I don't know what they're saying, so obviously it's all like about America. Here it is. I don't know if that music is copyrighted. I might get in trouble. I'll keep the music low. That's pretty cool, though. Let's see. It's gonna be a big one. It's a big one coming. Oh my god. They're still talking. I'm gonna keep the volume down because they're playing music, and you know Disney doesn't like you play their stuff. All right. Let's see. It's a lot of smoke. You went in 1989 after a boot camp in Orlando in July and August? That's a long time ago. A lot has changed. Snow White must be pissed. No, Sleeping Beauty must be pissed. That's crazy. Look at that. Wow. I wonder how much each fireworks event actually costs. Like, for all these places that are doing firework events at night, I wonder what the cost of it actually is. We need to find out. So that's what you'll be seeing tonight somewhere. Maybe at Disney. It's not too late. If you live in Florida. That's insane. All right, I'm going to go forward a little bit. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's a big one. That's crazy. Look at that. Queena, you have it mixed up. Snow White eats the apple and falls asleep. Sleeping Beauty's already asleep. All right, let's see the ending. Where's the ending? Hold on. Holy moly, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, here's a big finish. There's a big finish. Holy moly. Wow. Good job, Disney. That is crazy. Oh, 4th of July accidents. Oh, this is great. We got to watch that. Because everybody wants to see those things. We have a feast here, and they start the fireworks every year for 10 to 12 months working. Oh, nice. As long as Prince remembers to wake her up. The feast finishes, and they start working again for the next year. Wow. Wait a second. Let me see something. Let me switch. Hold on. Nope. How much does New York City spend on the 4th of July? The estimate, okay, here it is. How much does New York City spend on the 4th of July? The estimates suggest the fireworks themselves could set Macy's back a cool $6 million. Maybe? Is that, damn, is that true? That is crazy. And in some places, they actually charge people to come to be able to view them from like their skyrise or something. That is nuts. They're not formal fireworks. They are custom made, obviously very dangerous. Oh, they start making it for the feast. Interesting. Let's find a recipe online and make our own. What could go wrong? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. A lot of fanatics that don't care about the dangers. It's their hobby. Holy crap. That's freaking crazy. All right, here we go. This is the fireworks. This one's all the crazy 4th of July accidents. Because why not, right?
Everybody to run for their lives. A rogue firework forces everybody to run for their lives.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at reported cases of 4th of July celebrations or preparations that went horribly wrong.
Another neighbor was setting off illegal fireworks before the blaze took off.
The beginning of a Stay Safe campaign. When handling fireworks, a person's life can change in a literal flash. In 2017, Aiden Valdez was at a neighborhood block party for the 4th. 1 second, the Colorado teenager had a firework in his right hand. The next, there was a bright spark, and Valdez's ears were ringing.
Next thing I knew, it blows up, and my ears are ringing, and then everything's white.
Finding his bearings, Valdez realized his ears weren't the worst of his worries. Valdez lost 4 fingers on his left hand, as well as his left eye. He required 4 surgeries.
Oh my God.
But Valdez hasn't allowed this loss to hold him back. Valdez continued to pursue his passion for wrestling, competing in national tournaments. He became an advocate for fireworks safety, giving away 1,500 safety classes. Valdez also created a coloring book full of safety tips.
I just want to spread the word so it doesn't happen to any other kid.
So wait, so he was lighting fireworks, didn't realize it was in his hands. That's the part I don't understand. But now he's advocating fireworks safety. Where did it go wrong for him? Hold on.
In a literal flash. In 2017, Aiden Valdez was at a neighborhood block party for the 4th. 1 second, the Colorado teenager had a firework in his right hand. The next, there was a bright spark, and Valdez's...
So, I mean, was he just... Did he forget to throw it? Did he like... Oh, it's lit. I mean, that's something I would do. Like I used to do that in video games. I completely forget to throw the grenade, but that's how dangerous. No, yeah, that's how dangerous it is. 1 second to the next. First of all, you really shouldn't. And one of the rules, by the way, one of the safety rules that they've always tried to remind people, especially kids, is to not hold them in your hand and light them to throw them, because a lot of people want to do that. Like they want to like hold it in their hand, light it, and then they want to throw it. Don't do that. You don't need to hold the freaking firework. Put it on the ground, set it on something. Don't use a big lighter to light them. Have like something like they have, what do they have? They sell these things where you light the end of it and it's always on. And so you just like from far, kind of a little bit further away than being up with a freaking big lighter, and just light it and run your ass out of there. You know, that's it. And don't try to do stupid stuff either. Like, oh, let's put a fireworks underneath this pot. What could happen? Let's put it in this glass bottle. Okay. Putting an explosive firework, especially a big one, into a glass bottle is the equivalent of a fragment grenade. Okay? That is the equivalent basically, except it's glass. That's not good. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Somebody's gonna be stupid. You know, there's always somebody that does something stupid. One mistake, you're done. He took his eyes out. He took his eyes off it. Probably. That's the thing. You're like, if you're gonna do that stupid thing of holding it, you better make sure you're letting it go quick. Let's put this in this guy's tailpipe. Oh my God.
Competing in national tournaments. He became an advocate for fireworks safety, giving away 1,500 safety classes. Valdez also created a coloring book full of safety tips.
His slogan was, "Don't be stupid like me."
I just want to spread the word so it doesn't happen to any other kids.
National Mall Firework Frenzy.
Thousands of fireworks will light the D.C. skies during what's expected to be a breathtaking event.
It doesn't get more patriotic than fireworks in Washington, D.C., but the National Mall became a war zone in 1987.
So those boxes, this is crazy when you think about this.
Washington, D.C., but the National Mall became a war zone.
What's expected to be
more patriotic.
There. Each one of those is fireworks. It's like, it's those big giant ones that go up into the sky. That's freaking, those are missiles, man. That's crazy.
Then fireworks in Washington, D.C., but the National Mall became a war zone in 1987. Kathy Eldreth was about 60 yards from the fenced-off safety zone when a flame landed on her blanket. Putting it out, Eldreth was struck in the back by a fireball the size of a softball. Eldreth was then helicoptered to the hospital where she was treated for third-degree burns.
Damn.
She was one of 4 in the area who were hospitalized for similar injuries, while 25 more were taken to the Red Cross. Moisture in the air likely contributed to these unforeseen accidents. Over a decade later, there were still reports of children, quote, chasing the charred bits of firework paper that fell in a rain of ash.
And says you'll see the skies rain in gold willows before the rapid fire grand finale.
Look at that.
Spark
That's
goes
nuts.
out too soon.
Fire departments say without a permit, there's still too many dangers.
Before even turning 21, Austin.
Imagine working on them to make them boxes. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not like, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what these things are made out of, but you know, I know for the mining, like when they used to do dynamite in the old days, they were very careful in holding the dynamite because if it was unstable and if like it could blow up on its own, and I think that's when it's old or bad, one of the two, I can't remember. But I would think that that's not the way this is, but still, if somebody's smoking or lights a fire or does a spark or something, yeah, that's kind of scary. I don't want to be anywhere near this stuff.
Austin McLeod was married with a son and stepson. Only a few months after tying the knot with his new wife, McLeod was gearing up for their Independence Day festivities in the backyard. Tragically, this was the last holiday the young husband and father would celebrate with his family.
Oh, that's horrible. By the way, whoever made this video really needs to figure out the choice of music that they put in the background. If you hear the music, it's like dan 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 and dan 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 dan, and it's like this guy just lost his life. A father 19 killed as 4th of July fireworks blew up in his face, and in the background you hear It's like an 80s freaking song. It's the hell, man. I mean, whoever's putting this video together, who are you? I don't even know. Let me find out. Let me see. Watchmojo.com. Do better, man. Come on. Pick some music that goes with the freaking theme, or no music at all. This is a serious topic here. Damn.
McLeod planned a fireworks display for their cookout when the explosives unexpectedly went off.
It's like an
striking
80s
him in
video
the head
game
and
music
neck.
in the background.
The multi-shelled launcher is believed to have malfunctioned. When McLeod went to check it, his fate was sealed. An ambulance arrived on the scene, but by the time McLeod arrived at the hospital, he was gone. The brightest little light.
The community of Kaysville is in shock following a very serious incident that canceled 4th of July events for the city.
From a young age, Marcy
Oh,
Hill
some another
was
one?
known for
8-year-old girl in an extremely critical condition hit by a vehicle in a parade. What the hell? I mean, talk about fireworks.
spreading cheer, becoming a proud member of the Patriot Cheer All-Stars in Utah. As her GoFundMe campaign would state, Marcy passed away doing what she loved, being with her team. Hill was reportedly on a float performing with her team during the Kaysville 4th of July parade. While trying to get candy from a trailer, she was pulled under the tires. Hill was taken to the hospital in critical condition, sadly never recovered. An investigation found no wrongdoing on behalf of the vehicle's driver or the parade organizers, but new safety measures were implemented going forward, leaving behind...
Yeah, safety measure. Keep your kids away from the tires of the vehicles when they're moving.
Her
Damn, man, that is horrible.
Brothers. Hill is remembered as, quote, the brightest little light.
I was heartbroken. I thought it was really just, it was tragic. And
That's
it was
terrible, man.
Just really sad.
Anarchy on 6th Street Bridge.
Now at 10, scenes of Independence.
Okay. See that bridge back there? And these people sitting on it? Are you freaking kidding me?
Really sad.
Hold on.
Now at 10.
They're sitting on top of this freaking bridge. Are you, you know...
Scenes of Independence Day chaos on LA's 6th Street Bridge as the celebrating gets out of control in dangerous ways.
For some, it isn't 4th of July without illegal fireworks. But how far is too far? Wherever the line is, it was definitely crossed in 2023 when a group turned LA's 6th Street Bridge into the Wild West.
Chaos and carelessness as revelers shot off illegal fireworks, climbed the viaduct's arches, and sped on the wrong side of the road.
People set off fireworks across the bridge with one...
This is society right here. This is the stupid society right here. Just don't give a fuck. That's what this is. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care. They have no rules. They don't want to listen to anybody. They're gonna do whatever the hell they want, wherever they want. They don't care about anybody else but themselves. And even then, they don't even care about themselves. It's crazy.
Civilian packing what looked like a homemade rocket launcher. The chaos didn't end there. The mob was seen climbing the viaduct's arches while cars drove on the wrong side of the road. While many were endangered, there were no reported injuries. On any other night, this might have attracted the full force of the local authorities. Being July 4th, though, fires were put out all over LA, making it easier for the bridge blowout to escalate. Instant ignition.
I have no desire to go to California. I hate to say that. I'm sorry if anybody that ever watches me lives in California and stuff. I'm not saying your state is shit or anything like that. I just listen. Florida is as bad as it is. Florida's as bad. We got some crazy people here, but freaking California, man, it's got a whole nother level of problems and situations. I don't have no desire to go to California. I've been there once. Actually, I've been there twice. And I was like, did what I had to do while I was there, and that's it. Right back out. And that was back when it was before, like probably 10 or 15 years ago. Man.
What started
future
as a day
lawyers
of
in the crowd.
celebration
Nice.
Everybody's probably having grill outs. Families are come together.
quickly turned into a nightmare.
Not all fireworks are the same.
See, I think that one of the problems that we're having, and that's why I say, and that's why at the top of the stream I said, you know, are you going to light your own, or are you going to go see them, like watch them, or are you going to set them off yourself? I honestly think that there really is two ways of doing 4th of July, you know, properly and safely. Have a cookout, invite people over for the afternoon, have some good music, basically just enjoy, maybe set off a couple of safe fireworks in your area if that's allowed, and that's fine. And then maybe take the family over to watch some music, some food trucks, things like that. And the second part is, or go somewhere where they're doing the fireworks show where the professionals are doing it and they're taking care of all the danger stuff. Just be far enough away that it's not going to hurt you. And that's kind of the way I see it. Those are the two real choices. Like, trying to be a professional yourself when you're not and setting off fireworks that are illegal, it's just stupid. Someone's going to get hurt.
Some are designed to be ignited manually, allowing a person enough time to reach a safe distance after lighting the fuse. This is not the kind that came into Brian Simpson's possession. The 48-year-old Kentucky man got his hands on a commercial-grade firework that was meant to be set off electronically. Whether or not Simpson knew this,
That is the thing. I think that a lot of people don't know that. Maybe they think that somebody's out there lighting fuses for this. But no, these fireworks are not meant... Those commercial-grade fireworks are not meant to be lit manually. They are electronically go off. They're programmed to go off from someone that is very far away from them. You're not up close and personal with them. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people, they don't understand this, so they don't know this and think, oh, I'm going to get me one of them big commercial-grade fireworks, and I'm going to set it off. Well, you forgot to read the part in the instructions that probably came with it that said, must be fired electronically. Please purchase the additional electronic manual or box that goes with this for your safety. Nah, I don't need that. I'll just light it myself. Come on
set
now.
off electronically. Whether or not Simpson knew this, he made the ill-advised decision to detonate it with a homemade mortar tube, cutting the wick in half. Without delay, the firework exploded right in front of Simpson, the injuries proving fatal. There's a lot that Simpson could have done differently.
Sorry,
but if
Simpson.
there's one takeaway from this cautionary tale, it's to always check the instructions.
Florence man is
Didn't I just say that? Check the instructions.
dead after trying to light off a commercial-grade firework in his driveway at a 4th of July gathering.
Truck explosion.
Blackburn Warner was a junior firefighter that day, just 15 years old, when 680 pounds of fireworks were accidentally set off inside a truck 30 yards away from him.
We're all familiar with the phrase, the show must go on. This was easier said than done for Ocracoke Island in 2009. The community was getting ready for their annual 4th of July fireworks display. Around 9 a.m., though, the truck carrying the fireworks blew up, claiming the lives of 4 workers inside. A 5th person in the back of the truck managed to escape, albeit with burns on his face and hands.
That is horrible. All right, I've had enough of this. These are really bad, man. I thought they were going to be like fails or something along that line, but craziest 4th of July accidents ever. Like, these aren't crazy. These are like deadly. That was not. I thought they were going to be like fails. Look at these people, how stupid they are, and maybe minor injuries, but that's like death, man. Like a handful of those were like, yeah, these people lost their lives because of freaking fireworks. That's kind of scary. Oh, look, 4th of July ambience. I could just have this in the background. Yeah, no. That's not going to happen. That's kind of crazy, man. All right. Fireworks are deadly. It is true. It is very true. Where is my Google News? Okay. So, I've got some Google News that I came across today. And there's a couple of things that we were going to talk about, actually, real quick. I'm only, I try to pick only 3 stories to discuss. And I've got the very first one. Okay, all right, so here's we go. We got, first of all, we got the dumb one, like the crazy one. We got the tech-related one. Or... what was the other one? Hold on, let me find it. Oh, we just have just a standard discussion one. I don't know which one I should go with first. I think I'll do this. We'll do this one first. How long is this? Climate. Okay, can we not have the music? Hold on a second. I'm trying to find the freaking music here. 4th of July celebration. No music. How long is this? This is for an hour. Good. It's perfect. All right. For some reason, I saw this and I was wondering because I have one of these Nest thermostats. I love it. It says here, stop setting your thermostat at 72. And by the way, why is 72 like heat? Because usually when you set it to 72, and I mean in Florida here, it's blue, which means it's cooling. It's not like 72 as in to make it hotter. Whenever it's red, it means the heater's on. So I never had, this is usually blue for my thermostat. I don't know what that is. All right, so we're gonna talk about this real quick. So it says here, stop setting your thermostat at 72. Let's settle the heat debate over your AC once and for all. Now I read this a little bit and I was completely confused as to why anybody would do this. So I want to read this to you and you give me your opinions here. It says, they had no idea the trouble he was getting himself into when he shared his preferred thermostat setting on social media. I just discovered most of my friends set their AC to between 68 to 73 degrees during the summer. He's an economist, can I say that? Whatever. He's somebody. We keep ours at 77 to 78. Are we monsters? I've never set mine to 77, 78. So I actually have mine between 73 and 74. 75 at most. Nearly 1,000 replies later, the consensus was that yes, your family is a monster. Probably some type of lizard. So people were upset that he had a 77, 78. And he didn't realize it. He has been following a set of numbers from the Environmental Protection Agency that tends to spark an internet freakout every summer, often after a local news station does a segment on how to reduce your energy consumption and lower your utility bills. The recommendations, this is the part that drove me nuts. I couldn't understand this. Listen to this. The recommendations include keeping your thermostat at 78 when you're at home during the day, 82 at night, and 85 when you're away during the warm months. All right. Two things. Number one, there ain't no way I'm hanging out in my house at 78 degrees. That is freaking ridiculous. During the day, running around doing stuff, it's 78? No. By the way, it's 90 degrees outside right now. Anyways, yeah, no. 78 is just not cutting it. And then, who the hell sleeps in 82 degrees? I mean, this is definitely not Florida. I don't know anyone that sleeps at 82 degrees. I mean, no. I mean, maybe if you have a fan, but you're sleeping naked and without any covers. That is 82 degrees? I can't. That is no way. I would melt. Exactly. 72 is too damn hot. During winter, I rarely go over 67. Yeah, during winter time is different. Yeah, whenever we go up, I keep it at like 65 maybe, 64. That's in the heat. 72 is medium. 72 is cold here. Like if I set mine to 72, it's gonna be cold. That's in the cool air, not the hot air. During winter, I put my heat at 55 at night. I can't remember. Well, you're really up well north. I'm trying to remember when we were in North Carolina and it was during the winter time. I think ours was at 57 or 58. I think we kept it like in around the 60s, early 60s. Anyways, there's no way I'm setting mine up at 82 degrees at night. And this is the Environmental Protection Agency says this is the recommendations. And also, 85 degrees when you are away during the warm months. So there's a certain wood, like, I don't know if I heard about this. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but there's certain wood that you put down on your floor. Like if you put wood floors in, you have to keep it at a cool temperature in your house. If it's too warm or too hot in your house, I think the wood warps or it becomes unglued. One of the two. I can't remember which one. I was told about this many years ago, 25 years ago. And I can't remember exactly, but I remember being told that I had to keep the house cool and not over a certain, like, couldn't be too hot. And so setting my house up at 85 degrees when I'm away, it's no, that's not going to work. And especially like if I'm away for, let's say if I'm away for a couple of days, I have a water feeder and a cat feeder for my cats. So sometimes if I'm only away for the weekend, the cats are going to be fine. I have somebody come and check in on them. You know, everything's good. So it's not like I'm leaving my cats alone, you know, and I'm a horrible person. No, they have someone come visit them during the day, and then they have a automatic food and automatic water system. Anyhow, there is no way I would leave my house at 85 degrees with my cats here. They would die. I would come back to like freaking shish kebab. I'm telling you, it would not work. How much is 82? Oh, it's hot, but not too much for me. 27 degrees. Yeah, I don't know Celsius, bro. 82 is hot. 30 Celsius starts to get very hot. I have to do the conversion. Well, it could be in the teens outside, so the furnace still kicks in at 55. I say the best temperature is 20 Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Can you do the math for me? Because I can't think about that right now. Not hot and not cold, to middle. It warps. Wood expands when hot, constricts when cold. So I'm sorry, let me read that again because I'm like reading two different sentences. It warps. Wood expands when hot, constricts when cold, so would come unglued when cold. Ah, I got you. Yeah, see? That's what happens. 68 degrees middle. Oh, okay. Well, 68 is that's cold, but that's usually what I drive in my car. When I'm in my car is at 68 degrees. Got it. Okay. Well, 85 is ridiculous. I don't know anybody that does that. Too many people sleeping in 82 degrees of heat is simply outrageous. Not to mention terrible for your sleep, according to experts. But energy prices are crazy too, and they're only expected to rise as utility companies spend more and more to make the grid more resilient to the effects of climate change. Extreme weather events are becoming more common, and heat waves in particular can strain the power grid, especially when thousands of people are running their ACs at full tilt. See, and that's, I think, what it comes down to. It's the fact that the grid can't handle it, and everybody running it at like between 60s or early 70s is causing them problems. I don't know. So maybe cramping up your thermostat isn't such a bad idea. Typically, I'm inclined to set my AC to 72 on a really hot day. If I could get used to a balmy 78 inside, I'd not only save the money, I'd be doing my part to keep the grid running smoothly so that everyone can enjoy a little bit better air conditioning too. You know, wait a second. So how about we invest some money into those grids and make them more efficient so we don't have to worry about that? I mean, this is ridiculous. We pay energy as it is. This is nuts. On occasion, I do raise mine up. I'm like, if it's cool enough in here, it's nice outside, let's turn off the air. I get it. And some days I'm like, yeah, we can do 76. I mean, I'm sorry, 76, 77 during the morning times. It doesn't always have to be 73, but that's nuts. Let's see what it says. The EPA says that for every degree warmer you set your AC, you can save 6% on your cooling cost. Interesting. Although you get diminishing returns as you go higher and higher, but simply if your cooling bill is usually 170, setting your thermostat a single digit higher will save you over $10 a month. You know, here's the problem though. The warmer you make it in your place and then you go to cool it, the longer it takes to cool and therefore runs the AC longer. it works harder. And then, you know, to try to get it back up to that speed. So I think finding a happy medium average where you can keep it at and kind of like maybe stay within that range, that's, I think, the best thing to do. But if you're going extreme from like 85 degrees to freaking even to 76 from 85, that's a freaking hard workload, especially in Florida when it's over 90 degrees outside. Yeah, that's crazy. It says, don't use AC in order to save money. Now, I do agree that if you have fans, running fans actually helps. If you have fans cooling, like this room needs a fan because then it would circulate the air in here. I have high ceilings. And so therefore, like, I have no like flow in this room. And that's why usually when I look at I have a fan over here. My fan usually says like 80 degrees. Like right now it says 79 degrees. It's nuts. My AC, I only put it in the middle, not to make the room cold as ice. 68 is pretty cold, man. Depends where you live, I guess. I don't like cold as ice. $10 a month, I'll pay the extra 50 to be more comfortable. Exactly. That's when I thought about it. We're going to talk about Adobe in a second, and it's kind of a similar situation for me. It's like, what am I saving and so forth, but there's a lot more conversation there. We'll talk about that in a moment. Search on Google that makes the remote control. You should find how to do it. I lost a remote a long time ago. Nice. All right, let me see what else. The 78-degree baseline isn't a real federal government regulation. The EPA's Energy Star program does have a guide for programming thermostat settings, but it doesn't recommend a specific number to set your thermostat to in the summer. The numbers that show up in the news actually come from a table in the 2009 document that offered examples of what energy saving settings could look like. Yeah, so this is just from a freaking table. Here's a cooling table. Let's see. Oh. Wait a second. Look at this one. Oh, this is heat. Cool. Let's see. Your settings for waking in the morning is greater than 78 degrees. Your day set up at least 7 degrees. It should be like, I don't know. I think that's a mistype. What is that? Oh, set up? Okay, you can raise it up 7 degrees. Are you kidding me? So in other words, go from 78 up 7? No, that's crazy. And then in the evening, go back to 78 degrees around. And then the sleeping, set up at least 4 degrees, so 78 plus 4, for 82 degrees. No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's nuts. Anyway, so that's this. I found this article really crazy. And a lot of people are just, you know, obviously everyone gets mad. They're like, do your part to help the freaking grid. Otherwise, none of us will have AC someday. You know what I like? I like my pool. Because if it gets too hot, I just slip into my pool. Yeah, humidity is here also in Florida. We get a lot of humidity. Which is really worse because you're freaking sweating like a sauna. Oh, that's nuts. Oh, wait, why do I have that? Okay. So let me bring this up. So if you've been on my Discord, you'll see that I've been talking about, let's see. Okay, yeah, I got it. I was trying to find this one piece here. So on the Discord, we were talking about the Adobe issue, and if we've talked about this before and how we know that basically if you use Adobe, we know that now they changed their terms, which basically says that they have a right to use our content, not our content, our, you know, our illustrations, our photos, or whatever, anything we put up in their cloud, or anything that we use AI on using the Adobe products, they have a right to that content, to those images, and they can use them any way they want. And basically, yeah, they have rights to them. And I think there's two things here. Number one, I don't think that should ever be the case, because of the fact that they should get your permission before they decide to use it in a way that might not be in line with the way you want your images to be used. Because they can use it in their own products, they can use it in their own like videos, they can use it anywhere. They can use it as an example of something, maybe what not to do. Who knows? The chances of them using your stuff specifically is probably slim because of the fact that they have millions of users. But still, the fact that they can is a problem. Now, if you happen to do a lot of images with family content, like for example, if you take a lot of photos of your family and you put those up on your cloud and you're using those in Photoshop and you're editing them in Lightroom and you're using their cloud-based system in Adobe, the problem now is that they have access to all those images and they could possibly use the images of your family, your kids, yourself, your wife, or maybe you take some sexy pictures and then you put them up there too because you're editing them and you're saying, I'm editing my sexy pictures for me only. I'm not sharing these, but you're using them, you're putting them in their cloud system. Or you're using AI to clean up something that you never put in the cloud system, but AI is a server running on the Adobe system that then has access to your image during that generation time. So therefore, now they have access to your sexy pictures too, and they can use them any way they want if they decide to. So that's kind of scary when you think about it, because that's the part. It's not so much about, oh, they're going to use my images to train an AI LLM. No, who cares? You know, don't be greedy. It's fine. I get that. I understand that. But it's the privacy issue that's more of a question, that's the part that scares me the most. So I was watching this. Let's see if I can bring this up. Give me 1 second. Give me a second, because I think the volume is off. Okay. Okay. So here it is. This is Thor. Pirate Software. Is it Pirate Software? Is that what he is on Twitch and YouTube? So somebody asked him, have you seen the latest on Photoshop stuff? And he gave a very good answer on this.
Adobe Photoshop 2's controversy, where if you want to use Photoshop, you must agree to them using everything you make being used in training of their generative AI.
You've got a little bit over there. Remember, do not just parrot things off the internet. Instead, read the terms of service for yourself. And if we go to the terms of service and we go down to section 4.2 in the Adobe terms of service, licenses to your content solely for the purposes of operating or improving the services and software, which could be generative AI, but isn't explicitly stated. We don't know. That's a problem. You grant us a non-exclusive, worldwide, royalty-free, sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, publicly display, distribute, modify, create derivative works based on, publicly perform, and translate the content.
That's the problem. That whole area, everything that he just said there, let's read that again.
Which could be generative AI, but isn't explicitly stated.
This part.
We don't know. That's a problem. You grant us a non-exclusive, worldwide, royalty-free, sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, publicly display, distribute, modify, create derivative works based on, publicly perform, and translate the content. That shit is not okay. That's the part that's a problem, chat. This whole thing of like, oh, they're definitely using it for generative AI.
That doesn't matter.
You don't have proof of that, but you do have proof of this. And no matter what they say on social media, if that shit's still in the TOS, they can eat my entire ass.
And he's absolutely right. And that's the part that I think for me is a wake-up call. Because, again, listen, I'm not worried about, oh my God, they're going to take my images and use it for training AI. They're not, and they're not paying me for that. I don't care about that, because that's a whole nother conversation. What I do care about is the fact of privacy of your images and of stuff that you have that may be personal images. Now, I don't use their cloud system at all. I don't put any of my stuff up there. I never have, I never will. But sometimes I use, let's say, for example, did I bring Photoshop up? Okay, I'm going to bring Photoshop up for a moment. Pay us to own your stuff. Exactly. And that's the other thing. We're paying a big amount of money. And thank goodness I still have a student account, because technically I'm still a student. And I'm able to pay a student price, because otherwise it's like $60 a month. I pay 30. That's still a lot when you think about it. But in the scope of things, it's not a lot. All right, let me just grab any image. We're going to use this one right here. This is fine. We're just going to bring this one up, and we'll bring this up on a big screen. I don't do, by the way, you know that I don't make it a habit, nor do I use any kind of AI that, okay, let me back up. I don't use AI generated images of copyrighted material. Like, for example, the example that you're looking at here, which is an Iron Man. I don't use this. I won't put this out there. If I ever put something like this in social media out, it's very rare. Like I did recently, I did a series of toddlers as superheroes, and that's the extent of it. But this is not usually the kind of stuff I generate. But for example purposes, it works well. And I'll tell you why I don't do that. I don't like creating AI art or generating AI art of stuff that already exists. You know what I mean? Like of characters that already exist. I don't like that. It's just not, doesn't make me comfortable. But for today's purposes, we're using this as an example because I do run them to see how this cool shine chrome effect looked, which is awesome, by the way. And I will use this for something else. And Iron Man was a great example for my testing purposes. So here it is. So we're bringing this up now. Like I said, I don't use the their cloud system. So I have nothing in the cloud. I may have a couple of things that are like stupid, meaningless, but otherwise I do not have anything in the cloud, right? However, and so therefore I think to myself, oh, cancel. I think to myself, oh, I'm safe. I don't have to worry. I don't have anything in the cloud, so therefore they can't access my stuff. It's not like they can go into my hard drive and access the stuff on my hard drive, right? Absolutely, that is correct. But when I go in here, and even if I'm not putting this on the cloud, anywhere saving it on the cloud, only keeping this local, when I go here and I decide, let me use this tool called the remove tool. This is an AI remove tool. Okay, so when I use this, it's actually going to send the image to their server, basically, and they have a copy of it. Just like if I did any of these up here, remove background, which I have done before. Right now, by using that, it is connecting to their system, their servers. It sends an image up. It made its changes, which obviously are very bad. And now this image, for whatever reason, is now part of their collective. Okay? So therefore, even when I just work in here and do this cleanup, like I'm doing right now, I am technically uploading without my direct knowledge all this image up to their cloud system. It's not going to be in my cloud system, but it is already up there because of the fact that I'm using their AI services. I don't know why that's not, oh, that's not on. Oh, it was on my screen here. And so therefore, then that's the truth. So, and that really does suck. So let me explain the $30 a month. Okay. Let's see. I would only ever use them to deal with PDFs, and there are so many free services out there now to do that. That is the truth. And so I'll tell you where I'm at with this right now, and then I'm going to read that one article. That's what you agreed to when you brought it, and when you bought the app, they obviously say it. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. It's like it's there. you don't really think about it, but it is true. And honestly, I never really thought about it. I thought, like, as long as I don't put the stuff in the cloud, I'm okay. I never thought that because of the fact that by using their AI stuff, and by the way, some of their AI stuff is really good. I don't use their generative AI. They have like a, you know, you can do content aware stuff like that and fill up a certain area. I don't use any of that stuff in here. That's what I have Midjourney for, or still Stable Diffusion or Leonardo AI. But when I use their products and I do the remove tool or the select subject or the remove background, those are all AI features that are using their servers. And therefore, my mindset back then, or whenever I did this, was, okay, I'm using their services, but they're not keeping a copy of my stuff, right? Because it's not in the cloud. But no, they do. And so that's the part that really pissed me off. Let me close this out. So that's a big deal. Now, where do I stand with this? Well, I have since found, I have since found another program. Actually, I bought this program many months ago. I just never used it. And it's called Affinity Photo 2. And I'm just gonna show you I'm bringing it up on the other screen right now, and then I'll bring it over. Okay, close that for a second. Okay, let's go over here. So if you look at this, and I'll just open up one of my, I just opened this recent one. Let's see. Let's open this up. So if you look at the different things they have, all of these tools here are very similar, if not the same, to Photoshop. The layout is very similar to Photoshop. The tools work very similar to Photoshop. So they might not, the AI part is not in here, but that's a great alternative. And so the good thing about that is that that product is only a flat rate to purchase the software one time, and then you have the software and you're good. You don't pay a subscription because everything is local. They also have something called the publisher. The publisher will be like InDesign. No, wait, is that the right one? There's a yes, the publisher is like for like Photoshop, not Photoshop, Adobe InDesign, which is basically makes magazines, newsletters, articles, things like that, layouts, and also creates PDFs. So that's where you can create your own PDFs and you don't need Acrobat anymore. So that's one of the things. The other one that they offer is called the Affinity Designer. And that one is basically a similar copy to Illustrator, which if you use Adobe Illustrator, you know what that's for. And that's kind of does all of that stuff as well. So there is an option, and buying that entire suite, by the way, is always it's always on sale for some reason. And when I bought it, it was like 50% off or something. I can't remember. And I think I bought it for like somewhere in the range of $100 for all three of the products. And now I own them and they're mine and I can use them. So as opposed to the $30 a month that I pay, now I pay 30 and normally it's like 60. And I pay 30 because I'm a student. I'm still a student. Yes, I still take courses. And because of that, I'm able to get that discount. And if you are using Adobe and you decide you want to use them, if you're a student, you should be paying for the student discount. Now, when I add up 5 years of paying this actual $30 a month, it's basically $1,800. So when I look at it that way, I think of the fact that back in the old days, I used to spend like somewhere around $2,000 to buy the suite of Adobe products. And then I would have them for a number of years, sometimes, 4 years before I upgraded to the next one, something like that. So I'm kind of spending the same thing. Now, what am I getting for that $30 or $60 a month that I'm spending? Well, you have access to about 50 different products of theirs. And you have all the updates, all the new features, all the betas that they come out with. And then you also have some Adobe stock, which I never use. And then you have access to fonts. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. So for the price I'm paying, it's not a big deal. It's just the principle behind the way they manage their subscriptions, the way they manage their terms of service. That's the part that I don't like. So I've been lately thinking about ending my relationship with Adobe. But I have to be honest, it's really hard to change your workflow, especially when it's something you use on a daily basis. And like I use Premiere, for example. I use Adobe Premiere for all my video editing. And if I do that, what am I going to use as a replacement of that? So the other software that I found for that, which is free, but they also have a paid version that's not a subscription, which is DaVinci Resolve. Now, DaVinci Resolve is kind of industry standard, I think it is, and it works on Windows. I don't know if it works on Mac, but it's free, and it also has a paid version, but it's not a subscription. So that would be the other thing I would try. But again, it's just changing the workflow, learning how to use a different tool now again. And I just don't know if I want to do that right now. So I'm thinking to myself, it's not like I don't put anything on the internet. I'm sorry. I don't put anything in their cloud that I'm worried about them taking. I don't edit or work with personal images that I'm worried about them using my kids' pictures or my wife's pictures or whatever. I don't put any sexy pictures anywhere, so I don't have to worry about that either. So a little part of me is like, who cares if they have access to my stuff? But in another sense, a little part of me does care. I just find an invasion of privacy. So I'm still torn. I haven't made a decision. It's a very difficult decision. I did watch some other guy that I put that on my Discord. So if you're in the Discord, you'll see it. This guy's name, I forgot his name, Mike Gaston. He's been with Adobe for like 40 years, and he actually took the dive and jumped out. And he's like, I'm done with them. I'm not using them anymore. And he got out. And I mean, this is a guy that had an agency. This is a guy that this is what he did as a graphic consultant or whatever it is that he does. And that was pretty crazy that he actually made that move. I will say that one of the things hold on, let me bring this up. I'm not going to play it. I just want to bring it up. So I want you to see his face.
Well, it's a fit.
Okay. So this guy is the one I'm talking about. Now, interesting story aside from this. After he made this video, one of the things that he said in this video was he admitted to using Midjourney. And he's a photographer and I guess a graphics or design guy and so forth, things like that. But he has said that he used Midjourney for thumbnail needs. Instead of having to pay an illustrator or whatever to create his thumbnail and, you know, pay whatever money that was, he just found that it was easier just for him to go ahead and use Midjourney just to make his thumbnails. Well, he said that like candidly. He wasn't like saying like, I do this in a bad way or anything. He just said it candidly. He supposedly got a lot of hate about that. And I don't know if it was here in his, let me see. I didn't see any comments about it, but he said he got some hate for that. And he ended up making another video and said, I've given up Midjourney because he felt awkward. And I have to watch that video. I haven't watched that one yet, but he didn't like that he got all that hate about using Midjourney in that way as a creator. And then, and because people came down on him, he's like, I'm not using it. And this is why I'm not going to use it anymore. And then that's what he said. And that's crazy. I was like, wow, you just let your audience like make you give up something that was helping you out. I don't care who yells at me for using Midjourney. I'm always going to be using Midjourney and AI generated art. I love it. And I admit it. I have a process. I have a sketch. I have an idea. I have a loose creation of it. And then I mix and blend. And I create prompts. And then I switch prompts. And then I add to it. And then I Photoshop afterwards. And I clean it up. Resize it. That's my design flow. So hate me if you will. All right. Let me read some of your comments here before I move on. Hold on. A pirate forever. Nice. Yeah, I think the PDF thing was my biggest hang up. The PDF and the Premiere. Like, because of the fact that I need to be able to edit and sign PDFs and stuff like that. But there are other programs that do that now. And I also need to create PDFs. They would not use your uploaded pictures to edit. If you see that it happened, you can sue them. Wait. they should not use your uploaded pictures to edit. If you see that, you can sue them. No, I don't think that's true. I think that even just the fact that you're using their stuff, that's the rights you're giving them. And I think that's the problem that everybody is having with this. Subscription is greed for a lifetime. Yes, it is. Subscription where they charge you to cancel even. Yes, it is true. I heard about that. Even students, like you end up paying like about 50% of whatever it is you owe for the remainder of the year. So if anything, I'll wait till the end of the year before they charge me again or put me on a contract, and then I'll cancel them. Sorry. Subscription should only be for a cloud. That is okay since they need servers. Correct. And that's what I think it should be. I almost feel like, for example, Affinity, the other company I was telling you about, that's the competitor or the one that you can use. They only charge you for like the flat rate of the actual software, because the software is local and there is no AI built into it that goes to a server. All the tools and features are local, and they were recently bought out by Canva, which is a large online graphic program. It's been around forever. And so Canva actually does use AI, and Canva does have a monthly subscription for premium services. And so I'm wondering how that's going to work, and if they're going to create something that's going to be like you guys are saying, if you want to use the AI or the cloud part of it, if you're going to pay a subscription for that, or you can have the local price. And I'm wondering if that's going to happen. So they might make you get the whole package with server to subscribe a lifetime. Yeah, no, that's always the case. Basically, that's all built in. Basically, you sub for a year, and if you cancel before the year ends, you have to pay the balance for the rest of the year, even if you think you're only subbing for a month and you pay monthly. It's a contract. It's like a gym contract. When you sign up for gyms, that it's not month to month, it's annual contract. You can't get out of it. It's greed practice. Yeah, it happens a lot here. It's like when you buy a car and you say you're going to pay for 5 years, but then you decide you can't pay the car anymore, and you think you can just turn the car in. You can't. You still owe for that car. That's the contract you signed. You have to find someone else to pay for that, or find someone that can buy the car that will then cover the cost that you owe. It auto renews, so if you miss the anniversary date, it's another year. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is greed. So here's this article that says, I'm going to read some of this. And after this, I got one stupid article that we're going to go through just because it's Florida. And I live in Florida, so I can say that. Here, let's look at this one. So this is in regards to Adobe. And it says how Adobe can win back the trust of creatives. If Adobe wants creatives to look past this year's scandals, it is time to put the brakes on AI. So let's see. In certain design circles, Adobe arguably has a reputation for charging too much, not listening to its customers, and forcing consumer unfriendly terms and conditions on them, which is everything we just talked about. That's something highlighted by its back-to-back controversies in 2024, both around the Creative Cloud difficult to cancel contractual model that's led them to a federal lawsuit, yes, and at the terms of service mess, which appeared to imply that the company was going to train its image generation models on user creations. And by the way, side note, all those people that use their stock images to make money, like in other words, that they're photographers, they create images and then they sell them, they upload them to the Adobe stock place, and they get royalties every time they sell. All of those images that they've uploaded are being used by Adobe to train their models without their permission. And because of that, when people that use Photoshop need a stock image, they can use the generative AI in the product in order to generate the image that they're looking for. So there is no need for purchasing the stock image. So those people those photographers that were relying on that royalty that they get from that no longer get anything there. So if I was a photographer that was using Photoshop, I'm not sorry, Adobe stock, I would stop submitting my stuff because there's no point. There's no point to it. Okay, simply put, Adobe needs fresh strategies to repair its reputation with creative consumers. As a designer who cuts his teeth on InDesign, I used to use InDesign a lot. When I was a communications director for a school, that's all I mean, basically I lived in that software. I made everything in there. So as a designer who uses InDesign, as well as someone who has been writing about Adobe for years, I have a few ideas on where this should start. Here it goes. He says, refocus the messaging and pricing on individual users. My opinion, the problem with Adobe's model is ultimately rooted in the fact that its business is built around large companies, as highlighted by its emphasis on enterprise content creation and many of its recent press releases. That is actually true. I think Adobe thinks it's geared only for people that are large companies that are using their product, their software, especially large design companies. But in truth, it's like everybody, the small guy uses. Anybody that's any type of designer without being in a large company actually uses their product. And it almost feels like there needs to be two levels of like enterprise level and then the small business level, or even the freaking non-business level, like not student, but like personal, whatever. There should be different levels of it. I don't know why there isn't. I mean, I know there's a student level and then there's the enterprise, but that's about it. However, this ignores the fact that many creators do not work in the enterprise, and as a result, it feels like Adobe talks above them. Marketing to the C-suite may win contracts, but it's proving a reputational disaster. Its messaging needs to do more to emphasize freelancers whose biggest annual work expenses may be Adobe's products. That is another true thing. I mean, some of these people are paying like $60 plus additional fees of other stuff that they buy. So it can be anywhere from $60 to like $80 a month for people that are freelancers. That's might be where they spend most of their money. Nice to show up at the end, Brink. Good to see you. How are you? It must have been, you must have still been watching Ray Kit's Star Citizen stream from yesterday, huh? Is that what it is? Good to see you, brother. Let's see. There's another one. Also, if it's not going to drop the cloud pricing model, would it kill Adobe to cut the price of Creative Cloud's individual all apps plan? That's the other truth. Yes, I agree with that. Canva charges $120 per year. Corel charges $225. Quark charges $259. Creative Cloud starts at an eye-watering yet difficult to cancel $720 per year. Is that true? Is that true? Yeah, that's true. Wow. He stayed up late watching Ray. I know, he did. He couldn't stop himself. He was like, my favorite streamer is playing Star Citizen. I can watch him now. More like I stayed up with stressed out dog freaking out from fireworks and then slept on the couch. Wait a minute. It's not 4th of July yet. What kind of crazy people you got over there? Oh, man. All right. Even Autodesk, which charges more than Adobe, offers a flex option for occasional use. If Adobe doesn't want to cut prices, it should borrow the idea because freelancers could expense that. It should also offer more bundles like the photography plan. One for print, one for web, one for video. I agree with this so much. Oh, that page is blocked. Okay. The reason I agree with this whole thing of it should offer more bundles. I really agree with that because not everybody uses all 50 of their products. Some people only use Photoshop and Lightroom, for example, if they're photographers. Some people only use Illustrator and InDesign, for whatever reason. Maybe they use Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. You know what I mean? Some people may just need the PDF. What is it called? Acrobat Distiller, or just Acrobat itself? There's different ways of packaging this that would be great. So I know they have a photography plan, because that gives you, I think, Photoshop and Lightroom. I'm pretty sure that's true. But that's what it should be. But the problem is that these bundles, sometimes when they do it, seem more expensive than doing here. Let me find out. I'm gonna open up a separate window here on the side here. Sometimes these bundles are more expensive than what you're actually paying for right now. And so watch, Adobe photography plan. Okay, so the Creative Cloud photography plan starts at $9.99 a month. This plan includes Lightroom, Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, and 20 gigs of cloud storage, which I don't care about. $9.99. Okay, so as a student for $29.99, I get access to basically everything. So it just makes that much more sense to do it that way. Now, by the way, if you wanted 1 terabyte of cloud storage with those 2 programs, you're already paying $20 a month. And if you only want, and see, here's the other thing. And if you only want Lightroom and 1 terabyte of storage, you're paying $10 a month, which is the same thing. So I think their pricing structure is kind of crazy. But it would be great if they had, if they did have something for, let's see, students and teachers save over 60% on Creative Cloud. That's a good thing. But individuals, that's what I want. Let's see, individuals. I'm sorry, I'm bringing this up on the other screen. Yeah, they don't have any other plans. But I really do think that they need to have that. They need to have it that way, where it's, you should have like a design plan, like they said, a website plan. That's the way that, you know what's funny? They used to sell their software that way. Their software used to be that way. Like you can buy the Master Suite, the Master Collection, which had everything. You can buy the Web Design Suite, which was basically everything you needed to be a web designer. And there was another one. I think there was a graphic design or a design one. I forgot what the other one was called. But that's the one that had like a Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, things like that. I can't remember what it was called. But that made the difference. We had fireworks going around us for like 3 nights already. Oh my God. So yeah, with Adobe, exactly, they make you buy everything because that is what they want. They make it more expensive since they want you to buy the full. Exactly. They're like, you're already paying $10. Oh, look at this. You're paying $20 now. Just pay the $59. You get everything for $59. There is no option for just a program with no cloud. No, there's not. There's cloud in all of them. That's what's crazy. A perpetual licensing option may be a pipe dream, but the company can still do much to fix its individual pricing model beyond what the FTC is suing them. So I think that if they went back to buy the software, and if you want the cloud system or the AI side, that should be charged separately and a monthly service, because that's what that's for. But if you just want to use the program and use the features in the program, that should be local. And I'll tell you why that's possible. There is a function called, in AI generation, AR generation, there's a function called in-painting. And in-painting is basically content awareness. Like in Photoshop, it's content awareness. So you take an area and you remove something from it and fill it in with the area around it. Well, that doesn't need to be a server feature. That could be a local feature, because there's 2 reasons why I know this is true. Number one, the program Affinity Photo 2, which is the one that I'm saying that replaces Photoshop now, that one has an in-painting tool that works just like Content Aware, if not better, and it actually works local. There is no server, it just works local. And the other thing is, I use Stable Diffusion, which is a local install of AI art generation. Okay. And that does not connect to a server. That only connects to servers to update and to get the latest model and all of that stuff. But when I use the InPaint tool, it's all running locally as well. And that's crazy. So it is possible to do that stuff and keep other features off. And if you want to use these features, then you pay for that that server or cloud-based system. That's what I think it is. Nord is the one that convinced me to pay the $59. What? Why did you only have Illustrator? You said. Why not also Photoshop? But if you don't use Photoshop, then there's no need for it. What were you paying for Illustrator? Cancel it, Brink. Sold the crap out of me for these evil bastards. This was before their terms of service was bad. Greed is off the charts. I'm locked in. All my work is in Adobe and I don't use their cloud. I'm not learning a new platform right now. I'm already learning too much right now. No, it's true. That's what we were talking about. It's just not a good time. Anyways, that was one of the options. Now here's the other thing. Adopt a new platform. If you look at the history of design software, categories winners often gain steam by leveraging changes in the cultural tide. Procreate, for example, was early to the iPad. By the way, I still don't know how to use Procreate on the iPad. I'm very bad at it. Adobe's own InDesign eventually surpassed Quark Express because the company chose to support Mac OS X when Quark didn't. There you go. Right now, there are two potential tide-changing emerging. Microsoft's budding embrace of ARM and Linux, which is finally starting to see real growth. After years in the doldrums, Adobe needs to lean into this, and it will emphasize Windows on ARM. That doesn't matter to me. That's like OS crap. But it honestly would be better goodwill play to support Linux. That's serverless. I don't really care about this. One look at the momentum of that Blackmagic has seen around DaVinci Resolve, which supports Linux, proves this. It stands in contrast to Adobe, and right now Adobe doesn't need contrast like that. So DaVinci Resolve is the software for video editing that I'm going to be transitioning to learn instead of using Premiere. And it's free. Or you pay the flat rate of $295. I was paying $22.99 for Illustrator. Now I'm $59 because of you. $59 a year? No, $59 a month. Damn, bro. That's crazy. Who made you do that? You know, Brink, I can save you some money. Take one college course. Sign up for one college course. Maybe it's a certification course at your local college. And then switch to a student account. What about CapCut? I have not seen CapCut. I've been hearing about it too. I need to look into that before I make an intelligent decision on that. You hear good things? It has AI. I'm trying to stay off of anything that's a subscription. I don't want to do anymore. Some jerk with great hair. You know what's funny? You never see my hair. I always have my hat on. When have you been seeing my hair? Have you been watching me while I sleep? It's crazy. What is this? Photoshop. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's here. But, you know, this is just a lot of, there's things that they can do to change things. But no, you know, there's not. The only thing that they can do to go back and like for people to be happy with them again is to just say, hey, we were wrong. We do not take your images. We will not be taking them without your consent. But if you want to opt in, this is how you do it. That's what should happen. Yeah, no. Good morning, Hyde. CapCut AI is pretty nifty. I haven't seen it. CapCut has a free version, I believe. No, we're done. I could either confirm nor deny Nord. What did I do? Oh, so you pay for college now? Get out of here. I do. I actually do. I have to sign up for my next course in the fall. That's how you do it. And you learn. You learn something. Oh, man. All right. So, let me see. You guys made it in time for the stupid news article. Oh, the sleeping thing? I can neither confirm or deny. Nice. He's bugged my house somehow. That's not a pretty sleep either. Probably look like I'm dead. Yeah, by the way, for those of you that don't know, I do have hair. Okay. See, look. See? See, there's hair here. I do have hair. It's not fixed. It's not cones, but there's hair. Somebody once accused me of being bald, actually. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying somebody once thought I was bald because I was always wearing a hat. And it was funny, when I was a kid, I was told not to wear a hat too much because you would go bald. So as a kid, I never wore hats. Like a teenager in my 20s, never wore a baseball cap. I hated them. I never wore a hat. It wasn't until I started streaming that I started wearing a hat. That's their motto. I would find a way and change them. Bald is hot? Yeah, I know. You like logo. Maybe you should try the bald look. Maybe I should. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great. I told my wife I would do it. I don't think I have a good head shape, though. I've had my head shaved before when I was younger. I didn't have a good head shape, I don't think. I had a melon. I don't have that. You know, like some people have that cranium in the back, you know, like they looks like their brain sticks out in the back. It's like nicely shaped. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have that. Mine's just a freaking melon. That's all it is. Head. Move. It might all grow back at your age. It does grow back. Dude, my hair does not stop. I got to cut my hair like every 3 months or something. Otherwise, it's going crazy. If the hat you wear it tight, it makes a shape where you get bald on the front of the sides. No, it's not tight. And yeah, no. It is definitely gray on the sides. Bronk has tattoos on the head just in case family baldness kicks in. I don't think you're ever going to go bald, brother. We've seen your images. You have lots of hair. Someone's home. Or someone just left. All right. Let me get this last article news out of my way here, and then we can talk about anything, or I can bring you up to speed on a couple other things before I go. Of course, in Florida. Some make it way too tight? No. Yeah, no, this is pretty loose. This is crazy right now. I have 3 hats that I wear. The blue one, the black one, and the gray one. Today's a black hat kind of day. 2 Harley hats and 1 regular hat. Okay. All right, here we go. I don't know why this is here. This is not what it's about. It's about this right here. Stripper sues Florida over new age restrictions for workers at adult entertainment businesses. In Florida, only in Florida. A 19-year-old and the club where she worked as a stripper have sued Florida's attorney general and 2 local prosecutors. Yeah. Well, I mean, at that age, I'd hope for a better choice, but at the same time, she's an adult by law. Yeah. So listen to this. In Tallahassee, a 19-year-old and the club where she worked as a stripper have sued Florida's attorney general and 2 local. Damn it. All right. Turn off my freaking ringer. Anyways, let me start over. The 19-year-old and a club where she worked at as a stripper have sued Florida's attorney general and 2 local prosecutors to stop enforcement of a new state law prohibiting adult entertainment businesses from employing people who are under 21, claiming it violates their constitutional rights. They claim that so basically she claims that by not allowing her to bear all, because she has the right to bear all at the age of 19, it violates her constitutional rights to bear all. That is horrible. And this is the young lady's name. Serenity Michelle Bushy. Is it Boucher? No, it's Bushy. Serenity Michelle Bushy claims in the lawsuit that she lost her job at Cafe Risque in Gainesville area after the law took effect on Monday, since she is younger than 21. The purpose of the law was to deter human trafficking, according to Florida lawmakers. All right, so I got a couple of things to say about this area here. It's a young industry. I think washout by most clubs for new hires is what, 23, 24? You can die for your country, but don't you dare take them clothes off. Seems kind of skewed to me. If it's a place that serves alcohol, though, don't they have to be 21 to work there? That's the thing. I've heard of bartenders that can actually bartend at 19, even though it's a bar. But no, I guess in the drinking age is 21. I'm not sure. No, only the rights to bear arms, not to bear your ass, right? They have to be 21 to serve. Correct. Serve what though, Hyde? When I worked at clubs, I totally got the Brink image on the pole. Brink swinging on a pole. When I worked at the clubs, not strip clubs, if they served alcohol, everyone working there had to be at least 21. Yeah, that's the way it should be. But I know in some places they can hire bartenders as young as 19. I don't understand why, because they're not allowed to drink, but that's how it is. But I don't know if that's changed or if that was the case, many decades ago. I mean, I also can't argue the point, but that won't stop a damn thing. Clubs will just look at papers, see, we overlooked it. It's true. I don't think it's going to stop anything, but let me just mention a couple of things here. Number one, Cafe Risque is off of I-95 in the Gainesville area, and you see it from the interstate. And I naively went in there at 3 o'clock in the morning on the way home. My wife used to live in Gainesville, and I lived in Miami for a long time, for a couple of years during us getting together. And I used to drive to see her once a month, and I would stay in Gainesville, and I would help her with cooking and everything, because she was in school at the time, and grad school. And so I would help her out for a week, and then I would drive home. So I would leave late at night, and I would be driving home like in the middle of the night. And I stopped to get a cup of coffee. True story, cup of coffee. My wife knows this story. And man, I did not. No, it was scary. I don't know if there was back then. This was a long time ago. This was like freaking, I would say over 25 years ago. And back then, I don't know if there was a full set of teeth in the whole house. This was back then. I don't know. It was maybe the timing. It looked like a trucker stop. And they did have a diner style area, but they also had like a runway where the said ladies would walk down. Now, I was in there, grabbed a coffee, and I ran out as fast as I could because the people in there were scary. And I would see that place every time I drove back and forth there. And it is a scary looking place. So all I can say is that when I think of this person and this area and having a problem with this, I just keep thinking of that. I have the right to bare my bottom at 19. It's just a scary looking place. So not much class there. And I haven't heard, this is the first time I've heard of this story. And when it came out, I was like, of course in Florida. Of course in Florida. I can recall the place of where I went to middle school and where I went to elementary. So no, I have a very good memory, especially when things scare the crap out of me. And I'm just like, I am definitely in the wrong place. And by the way, I did not drink the coffee. I ordered it because I was in there. And then I was like, thank you, and walked out. And then I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm not drinking this thing. But that woke me up, though. Can I just tell you that I didn't need coffee. I drove straight home after that. Here only to be 18 to serve, but someone on staff needs to be 21. I worked at Thunder Down Under. Why do you think I do such a good Australian accent? Oh man. Oh no, I'm not. I don't even want to touch that. You and Hyde can have your own separate chat room, okay? Anyways, so the lawsuit was filed Monday in federal court in Tallahassee on behalf of Bushy, the owner of the place and 2 adult businesses in Jacksonville. It seeks a permanent injunction stopping the law from being enforced. We want our 19-year-olds to be able to bare their bottoms. Claiming it violates the First Amendment right to free speech and 14th Amendment right to equal protection. Besides Bushy, 8 other adult performers who are older than 18 but younger than 21 are unable to work there because of the new law. 8 other young ladies are unable to work there. Well, maybe they'll find a different job. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is like, you know what? There's something else you should be doing at 19 other than working there. I'm just saying. There's plenty of places in the Gainesville area you could be at instead of there. As with similar performers around the state, Bushy earned her living through her art while providing entertainment for the benefit and enjoyment of her audience. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did they call it art? Is that what it is now? Man, well, who am I to judge art, right? Can AI make that type of art? I'm sorry. I'll be good. Actually, Maine is the only state where you can be 17 and 10 bar for as long as someone managing 21 is over. It's hard to find help here. I guess that's probably why they lowered the age limit so that people can actually work. You can strip at 18 there. I will agree that it is an art, can be very beautiful. Depends who's doing it. Shoot, I'm going to get in trouble for that one. I'm sorry, I've seen some uncoordinated people in art. In art, I'm talking about. In dancing, real dancing. I've gone to theater and shows, and there have been people that can't dance. That's all I'm saying. We're talking about dancing. Okay, plaintiffs have a clear legal right to engage in protected speech of this nature. So can you say this is against the freedom of speech? You're displaying of art? I guess so. So if somebody censors any kind of art that I put out, I would say that's my freedom of speech to be able to put that art out, right? That's how it works. The new law also prohibits hiring cooks, DJs, waitresses, and security guards who are older than 18 but younger than 21. So in other words, yeah, the same thing. They have to be 21. See, I think that's where it comes. You guys are talking about this, that you have to be at least 21 in some of these places. And I think that's what they're doing, is that they're trying to make it so, hey, if you're going to be in this environment, you should at least be 21. Or even use workers in that age group for third-party contracts hired to perform tasks like air conditioning repair or carpentry. That's really interesting. Even the people that go there to work on maintenance stuff have to be at least 21. I think that's not a bad thing. I think that's actually good. Kylie Mason, communications director of attorney of office, said Tuesday that the office hadn't yet been served with the lawsuit, but will defend the new law. Perfect. So this is happening. I don't know why they put Biden there in the front. This has nothing to do with the actual image, but this is basically happening. Freaking crazy, man. Only in Florida. Only in Florida. What about burlesque? Love burlesque show. That's different. I think that's different. I think a burlesque show is not stripping. I mean, listen, look up the place they're talking about is called Cafe Risque. You look that place up and then you look up a Las Vegas burlesque show, it's completely different. I'm not saying I'm a fan of either one. I'm just saying they are completely different things. I don't think someone that strips in a local diner looking place in like the freaking Pahokee or whatever little town it is can say that they are basically burlesque dancers. You know what I mean? It's different. I would say so. Because I know what burlesque is, and even though it's not my thing or anything, and I have it's Vegas shows. I've never been to Vegas. There's some in Paris. I've been to Paris, but not to those. I think, what do they have, the Moulin Rouge there? Yeah, all those places. That's different than what this is, than a regular strip club. And I think there's a fine line there. So I would say that the people at burlesque shows would be more art than someone that's just a stripper at a strip club. And that's the truth. I mean, that's my opinion. A lot of people won't agree with that. You know, they say what they want, but that's kind of the way I see it. I see that difference in that. And I don't know why we're talking about this other than the story. They should have an age maximum, not minimum. That's a whole other thing. Oh my gosh, an age maximum. Sorry, you're too old to work. I wonder if they do. I mean, they don't have I don't think they have a set age, but I'm sure they look at, maybe it's the way you look, if you look too old. Because I bet, I mean, if you're a certain age, 60 years old, and you still look like you're in your 30s, I guess that's okay. I don't know. An age maximum, that'd be crazy. And there's the boom is very restrictive, hyper restrictive. How does the club control that? My ex does burlesque shows in Vegas, for sure. Very, very different. Yes. See, I would agree with that. Does the club pay more to only work with HVAC company or painters who only hire 21 and older? I think it's probably something like whenever they hire a company, they make sure to tell them, hey, this is the type of company it is, just letting you know, can you please make sure whoever you send is, 21 or over. And I think that's okay to do that. I mean, it can't be like I'm bringing my 15-year-old son who's helping me out today. You know what I mean? I think that's okay to let them know. I guess the other thing, like, just out of the box, just thinking, if you hired a maintenance service like HVAC, air conditioning, or whatever, and you were, let's say you were a veterinarian, so you had dogs and cats and whatnot, and you want to make sure that the person that's coming isn't allergic to animals, right? I mean, that's kind of similar. It comes down to verbiage, with the law. Yeah, it does. I think this was probably a rushed job to get this law out, and there's probably things that they didn't think about, and they need to it's probably going to be amended and fixed and whatnot. And there are going to be people that are going to fight this for X number of reasons. But I got to be honest, man. I don't know. If you're 19 years old and you think the only thing you got for you is going to get up on a freaking stripper stage and dance on a pole, I mean, something went wrong somewhere. I hate to tell you, but maybe you not being allowed to do that at 19 could probably be a good thing. And maybe you should see it as an opportunity to find something else to do. But unfortunately, for most of these places and most of these people, women that choose this line of business early on, is the idea that they're going to make a lot of money quickly. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our younger generation, aside from this kind of conversation, but just in general, that are looking these days at how do they make a lot of money quick, a lot of money with little work. And that's sad to say, when they should be focusing on what should I do to prepare myself so that when I am 40 or 50 years old, I have something that I've built that I'm able to live and retire off of. You know what I mean? And I think that's the part that they should be looking at. Not so much of here and now, what I want, this is what I'm going to get that's owed to me. And I think that's probably the biggest problem here. Most, I think, just work for tips. They can always just do OnlyFans. You know what's funny? And they turn 18, and there is a lot of girls these days that if they have even if they don't have the right build, it doesn't really matter. These 18-year-old girls turn 18, they're like, OnlyFans, that's an option. And it's terrible, man. What are we doing? And I'm sorry, the distinction between somebody says, I have an OnlyFans, but I don't do any nude stuff. You have an OnlyFans. That alone. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyone, and maybe it's bad of me to say this, but I just feel that it's like a gateway. If you start an OnlyFans and you say, but I'll never do nudity on it, I'll never put those type of images up, eventually you will. And it's sad. Aren't most of these dancers independent contractors too? Yes. Well, yes. But there's always someone that's looking to capitalize on that, and we'll start a group and then make the deals to get them at a certain club at a certain price or a feature. Yeah. I'm sure there's someone behind that gathers a group and puts a business together out of it. I'm not going to say what that is, but I'm just saying. Lots of laws are written badly, very unclear, open to very broad interpretation kind of thing. Yeah, it's true. It's almost like beta testing. You know, they'll put a game out there and say, let's see how people use it, and then we'll tweak it. It's almost like beta testing. Let's beta test this law. I don't know, man. It's good money. Most girls that work here make bank if they are good. Hard to beat. No, it is good money, but I mean, yeah, some of them can make money. Some of them don't. Not all of them make good money, though. It comes down to this, though. Okay, there's a difference between, and we were talking about like burlesque. So let's talk about someone that's a talent, a feature. There's a difference between being hired to perform somewhere and getting paid for your work. In other words, you get hired as a performer, you get paid by that contract. Okay, that's one way. Regardless of what that talent is, what the performance is. I'm talking broadly. That's one thing. That's very different than someone that is out there trying to make money with their, like, selling their body. Like, hey, look at this. You know what I mean? Give me money. Look at this. Look at these. And then, like, you really, like, that's degrading. I'm sorry, it is. People are gonna hate me for saying that, but it is. You want to look at these? Give me some money. I don't know. It's just it's one of those things. I don't know what to say. It's just it's a hard conversation, but it's a reality, and it's unfortunate. It comes down to basically you're selling yourself You're selling your body just to get money. Even if you're saying, yeah, but I'm not doing anything sexual. It doesn't matter. I just think it's a slippery slope. But to each their own. I mean, I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that anybody that does it is a bad person, but there are other options that you could do. It shouldn't all be about money though. Anything that you choose, it should not just be about the money. It's like when you're choosing a job, you don't just choose a job because it's money, it's a shitty job. You want it to be a job that you're going to enjoy waking up to and doing every day. Or sometimes you don't have a choice. And I get that too. Because I know somebody's going to say, what if they don't have a choice? Sometimes, okay, I understand. People feel like they don't have a choice. But sometimes, you know what? There are choices. There is a choice. No, I didn't say anything about shame. Hold on, I'm starting to read this. They will regret it very badly in the future, but most are not responsible with that money anyways. It's true. OnlyFans is worse than cigarettes. They're both addictive. I don't know. If Hyde had the body, I'd do it. No, you wouldn't, Hyde. That is not true. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe any part of that statement, by the way, Hyde. I Bronk had the body, I'd do it. I believe that. Bronk would do it. I think we'd all pay for that. Be like, go Bronk! Go Bronk! Woo! Magic Bronk. Ain't no shame in it to me. The dancing, not the OnlyFans thing. It depends. I guess it'll also depend where. Troy did it already. Oh, shit. Nice, Troy. Troy's like, I did it. Damn it. I made my millions off of it. That's why I get to hang out here in Nord Stream all day long, because I got paid. I made my money. What do you think my name is? Troy Archangel. Coming to the stage, everybody. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Where's the echo? All right, everybody, put your hands together. Coming to the stage, Troy Archangel, everybody. Troy Archangel, center stage. I'm sorry. I used to tattoo some of the flamingo dancer girls in Vegas. They made crazy money and they still made less than exotic gangsters here. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, there's definitely. Dude, it pay. I'm not saying it doesn't make money. You're right. The law needs a hotfix. The law needs a hotfix. It's a beta test. Each law needs a hotfix. You lose your morals and your soul. And that's the thing. And some people are like, they don't care about morals. Like morals is like, whatever. Like some people feel that way. I guess like, again, listen, no judgment. And it's a choice that you make for yourself. You're an adult. You can choose what you want to do. That's fine. Are there other things that you could do? Yes. Do you want to do them? Probably not. You need one hell of a spine to do it and survive it for sure. Troy. Collecting garbage is better than losing your morals. And that's where it comes down to personal decision. What's important to you? What are your values and your morals that you were born with? Never saw Magic Mike. Is it a good movie, Nord? It's got a good storyline. You got to watch it like this. Nice prank. Want to know a secret that is not a secret? As in, I disclosed it on my clearance. Hyde was one of those phone operators in her youth. Oh, that I'd agree with. You go get paid, girl. But it wasn't like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? What are you wearing? Where you gonna go today? How you going? Are you going to do something special? Hey, how you doing? That wouldn't work, would it? No. I mean, for somebody that might work. Be like, good evening. Thank you for calling. No idea. Nord is not sexy. Okay, just letting you know. I didn't know. I used to make a joke. Whenever somebody came over my house and it was like, you know, you take people around the house and you show them, oh, this is the living room, whatever. And they're like, they want to see your house, so they get a tour. And then they come into the bedroom and this is the bedroom where the magic happens and my love life disappears. I used to say that. I thought it was corny as hell. I thought it was funny. My wife didn't laugh. She did not. She's like, that's not funny. I was making the equivalent of $50 an hour. Nice. Today, ASMR calls. That is true. I had zero skills that could make that money. So, yep, did it. Not ashamed. Paid the bills. Nothing wrong with it. Hey, paid the bills. Some say what I do here is obscene. But guess what? I don't do this for money. No one's paying me. Damn. Maybe I should be dancing. I used to get tips when I did dancing on stream, didn't I? I remember that. I remember when we were on Twitch, anytime like somebody would sub, they would do it because they wanted to see me dance and I would do my dance. Remember that? Every time somebody subbed, I would do my dance and you guys would purposely do your Prime sub so I would dance. Now I'm thinking about it. That was my career. That was how I got paid. Since I don't do dances anymore, I don't play the sub music. I don't get nothing. I get nada. Maybe I got to bring the dancing back. Is that what it is? I got to start dancing again? Oh my gosh, it's too much. You guys are funny. Anyhow, that's what we got today. Tomorrow we're playing Elden Ring. See, dance for money. I know, you see? I used to dance for money too. We made it rain. You guys did. I remember there was a really good month. Hyde used to make it rain a lot. She was giving out subs. She was like, the sub donation. Everybody was getting a sub. And I was like dancing like crazy. I was like a dancing fool. Now, no more dancing. No, now it's just talking. And we're like, now I get the opposite. How much can we pay you so you can stop talking? That's what I get now. Can we pay him so he stops talking and plays more? I mean, I don't know. You go to Twitch on just chat category and I start to smack my head. I do go to just chatting. I would resub. And in the pop-up, I'd say, cue the Nord dance. I remember that. Do I even have... I don't even know if I have the... Do I even have the sound anymore? Let me see. No, I don't. I don't think I have it. I gotta find it. Man, that's crazy. It was the Nord dance. Wait, hold on. Let me find it. Nord dance. Oh, it's a PKF file? What the hell kind of file is that? That's not it. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm finding the dance. I have a Nord dance, but I don't think this is it. No, this is the dance image, but that's not the dance file. There we go. That's the dance. There you go. Throw me money. No dancing, no money. See the correlation? Now it's AI and Soapbox Nord. Damn it! You know. What did I do before? It was game. I did more gaming. All right, I got to do that. Then another streamer says something bad and banned. Yeah, exactly. Wait, really? We know? Okay, guys. Bronc dance stream later. Nice. I pay money for that. Bronc hot tub stream. Orc dance. I'll be showcasing the awkward white guys does finger guns. Oh my gosh. I'll throw in the winks for tips. Nice. Oh my gosh. Can we get a video of that, Bronk? Can we just get one that you're doing like and then you're like winking at people? I want that. I want a gif of that. That would be crazy. Oh man. Okay, so what I'm hearing is I should be doing more gaming, less talking. So in other words, that's the streams that you want. You don't want to hear my soapbox stuff. You don't want to hear my news. You don't want to hear my stories. You don't want to hear about AI. You just want gaming Nord. Nord that plays games and dies in games. That's what we want. Ever seen the Home Free Butts remix video? I'd be the fat guy at the end in the banana hammock. How much you paying, bro? Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, we got one guy we need to fight, so maybe we'll do that right now. How about we do that? I'll just surprise you with a little bit of Elden Ring. Let me go pee real quick, and then we'll do that. No, I watched this stream. Elden Ring I avoid. Oh, you see? There we go. Okay, no. Guino's right. There we go. Money talks or Brunk walks. Talk to Hyde. She's the money maker. Hyde always has a job she could fall back on. No more Elden Ring. Oh, damn. Really? Damn. My character's 370. I spent a lot of time farming runes so I can level up. I'm not your target demo. I don't have a target demo. So seriously, okay, let's take a moment. Let's talk about this seriously. All kidding aside, because listen, you guys are the community. You guys are the only reason I do this. Everybody else that watches this on their off time, which by the way, not a lot of people watch the Elden Ring videos, but what is it that you guys want me to play? Seriously, no, all kidding aside, no joking. Go ahead and tell me. I'm going to go pee real quick and I'll be right back to read your comments. Okay. $370, that's old. No wonder you can't dodge anything. Level 370, not age. Man. Okay. So Troy says, I like survival games. Anything like that is fine. Simulation strategy games. Simulation strategy games. What's a simulation strategy game? I'm sorry, I'm a little slow. You got to tell me. Give me an example of one of those. And you get, well, since he's such a Raken fan, maybe Star Citizen. I knew you were going to say Star Citizen regardless. I want to see you play games you enjoy. That's the bottom line. I don't see that's the problem though. I am not, there's not a lot of games I'm enjoying. Now, Elden Ring is something I play because I like the challenge. I know it's not necessarily a great stream game because of the fact that when you fight a boss, you fight the same boss for like, I don't know how long. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's a long time, sometimes you just give up and you move on to something else. So it is definitely, I can see for me, as far as me as a player, it is not a good game to stream. I get that. As far as something that I enjoy playing, it's just right now there really isn't a lot. I wouldn't say there's anything I'm enjoying. That's the problem. I mean, I like games and I don't mind playing a bunch of different ones, but I don't know if there's one that I can say I'm really enjoying. Yeah, I'm turned off by ARPGs, Souls games, looter shooters. Okay, yeah, I don't do looter shooters. ARPGs are those are the ones like wait, what's the example of that? We talked about that before. Is that like Diablo? You do you, bro. No, I'm asking you guys for seriously. I know I just do whatever the hell I want. That's fine. But seriously, I'm asking you because I'm curious to know. I do these sometimes I do these chatting because I just like to talk to you guys just to kind of get not so much me talking, but get you guys to talking. And that's why I bring up these corny things and you guys start bringing up funny stories or whatever. Like we just found out I used to be a voice sex operator. So I mean, that was interesting. But like, so I enjoy bringing up these stories just to prompt you guys to get into a conversation. And that's why I do these. It's like, I'm not doing it because I'm like, oh, I really like this article. Oh my God, I really like this news. I freaking hate news, but I watch it only because I watch the news or I read the news only to be informed of what's going on and to have something to talk about. But ultimately, whenever I talk about news on the stream, it's to get you guys to talk. It's to get your opinion. And that's really where our conversations come from. All right, I'm reading your comments. I'm sorry. Let's see. Like Farming Simulator, for example, you have a farm and build it. Oh, interesting. I've seen those. Okay, and I do have a few of those, actually. Manor Lords, Bellrite, Civilization would be sim strategy. Okay, so I have Manor Lords and I didn't like Manor Lords only because it seemed limited at a certain point. Bellrite, I still have to go back to. There's a lot more to do in Bellrite. Civilization, I've never played. Elden Ring brings out aggro flustered Nord, and that is pretty fun. That is true. There is definitely a lot of angered flustered Nord. Unfortunately, it's a slow game sometimes, you know, when you're exploring and searching around, and then you get to the aggro part. Strategy simulator. Okay, what games always pulls you back? How's that? Okay, what games always pull me back? So Scum is something that was always teased me to be like, yeah, I used to come back, but because of their ordeal, I just don't. I'm just waiting. I don't want to go back in there. Baldur's Gate has always pulled me back in, but I don't enjoy playing it by myself too much. And it's definitely a slow process on stream. I tend to pick I want to pick a game for stream that is entertaining for you guys as well. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. And Shrouded seems to be something that would pull me back in because there's new exploration to do. And I can always build stuff in there. So that's cool. Fabledom is just my Saturday, my enjoyment. Humanids I haven't tried yet. I want to try that. I don't know. It's so tough. Let me see what else. Yeah, I don't think I would be playing the Diablo. So you're okay there, Guino. Division 2 was a looter shooter, dude. Yeah, but I don't play that anymore on stream. And you know what's funny is I like the shooter. I just didn't do the looter. I didn't do the looting. I just like the shooting in that game. I'm terrible at looting. I'm not a loot goblin. Like I have an SDV. Stardew Valley, Conan. What game is always on you to go back to? Ooh, that's tough. I don't know, man. I think, you know what the problem is? I think that right now I'm so consumed with work and with other things that are not game related that have taken like priority in my life right now. And so I don't see the games as I don't see them as kind of a fallback I want to unwind, because I'm not unwinding right now. I think that that's the problem, is that I don't have any like downtime right now. And so really the only time I play a game is when I come on stream or when I'm farming runes to freaking get higher levels so I could actually survive in the game. That's my problem. The problem is the game that always brought him back is broken. Exactly. That is true. We know how many times we went back to Scum. And every time it was fucking broken. But they hotfixed it today. Gas station simulator. I mean, I don't mind a simulator because of the fact that it's I like building stuff, and I like I remember I used to do the cooking simulator. That was fun. But that's a lot of stress. They hotfixed it today with nothing. They hotfixed a major server crash. That's pretty much it. Luthias, the servers were crashing daily because of it. So hopefully that fixed it at least now. I have Bellrite just in case we want to try to co-op. Oh, you haven't tried the co-op on there. Gloomhaven then. Let's go. I've never done Gloomhaven. Would that be like playing Dungeons and Dragons, basically? Like doing D&D? Scum, the realism of the metabolism that made me interested and go back to it. That's what really got me to the game too. But it's just it's just broken for me right now. Entrada has been fun lately for me on my single player. Human into Scum light, basically. Is it really? Oh, but I mean the good parts of it or the bad parts? I'm hoping you mean the good parts of it. It has co-op also. I enjoy watching you play games you have fun in, you know? What games have you seen me have fun in? Guide. Just curious, what games do you think does it look like I'm having fun in? It's not Star Citizen, that's for sure. The Scum is bug free now? What? As long as it ain't RimWorld, I agree with Hyde. You're so mean. Why do you hate RimWorld so much? What's RimWorld ever done to you? It's bug free as long as you don't open it. That's what I was gonna say. As long as it ain't RimWorld, I agree with Hyde. I'm going back to that. It would be like D&D with cards. Oh my god, there's cards in it. Oh, you know what I hated now that you mentioned that? Remember that game that Marvel... What was that game called? Marvel... Marvel's Midnight Suns, where all the action you played was based on cards that you had for those characters. I hated that. That was like... I was so angry about that. It's like a chill version of Scum is what I mean. Oh, okay. It doesn't have the metabolism, but it has your general survival mechanics in crafting and base building. No, not Marvel Snaps. I've played Marvel Snap. I like that. That was like Hearthstone. I really enjoyed Hearthstone. Back in the day, I used to love playing Hearthstone. Sorry, Bronk. RimWorld. So you've seen me enjoy RimWorld, Elden Ring, Enshrouded, the City Builder, City Skylines. And Fortnite. You see me have a good time in Fortnite. That is true. The only time I have a good time in Fortnite is because we've played with other people on the stream, like that we know. And obviously I'm always the worst one. And so that was the fun part about it. I think playing with others was always fun. Bronk no like hide now. Maybe fun isn't the word, but there was enjoyment. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we're gonna play. All right, well, I'm gonna give that some thought, and then we'll come up with something. I won't be Elden Ring, relax, but I probably will. You know what I'll probably do is I'll record my boss fights on Elden Ring when I play them offline, and then I'll put those up because you guys can get a good laugh of me getting killed and getting frustrated. I hate this game. I hate this game. Go on Steam and search the store and categorize by strategy, simulation, and survival and mix. Yeah, I enjoy the challenge. It's just that so with Elden Ring, with any game really, when I play a game on stream or I choose to play a game on stream, I usually choose it based on something that I would enjoy playing, but also something that I think people would enjoy watching. And like there are some games that are heavy story that I'm just like, this is way too slow, too much story, not enough action, and I won't play those. Even if I like the game, I won't play them on stream. Then there's other games like Elden Ring, for example, that I do enjoy, but unfortunately, there's a lot of I'm going to say repetition, and there's a lot of like in between, like getting to the boss and exploring and here. And so for some people, it's like, ugh, all right, now he's fighting a boss. Oh my God, we've been on this boss for half an hour. Oh wow, he's not getting any better. You know what I mean? And so after a while, it gets like kind of boring. And so some people don't enjoy that. Do I like the Fallout games? Not if they're first person. There's Doom and Remnant, both bullet hells, fast moving. Ooh, remember Remnant? I was getting good at that, actually. I died so many times, but I was getting better. Remnant 2, I still have that. That's something we enjoyed for a while. But is that, I don't know if that's something everybody enjoyed. All right, let's just go back to WoW to get your numbers up. I don't care about my numbers. I really don't. I'd rather have you guys. You know what I mean? And I know that's why I'm asking you, what do you want to see? If this ain't it, then we'll do something else. Because this I can do for myself on my other channel. Remnant is a good game. Yeah, I played Remnant 2. So let's see, what does this look like? Hold on, I don't want to. Wait, do I have this installed yet? I do. I have State of Decay, and do I have that installed? Did I not install it yet? I don't have it installed yet. Okay, I'll have to install it. Do I have Humanoids? Yeah, I got this installed. All right, let me take a look at this. I'm just curious. Brink has been talking about this being a good game. I'm not going to stay on long. I want to just take a look. We're going to take a quick look at it. Show and tell. We need to put it in the right sound. Damn it. Okay. Oh, shoot. I just said German. I think I'm doing it in German by mistake. Create Survivor, new game. Ah, shit, I did. Damn it. Oh my gosh. I messed up. Oh shoot. Okay. I'm in German, damn it. Hold on. Damn it. Oh shoot. Okay, let me try this again. Das geht gut. Ja. Yeah, I won't stay in this long. I just want to see something real quick. Das geht gut. Ja. Oh man. It's gonna be, if it's stuck in German, I'm done. I can't play it. Shit. Yeah, I can't change it. Okay, Spiel. Movement and camera rotation, blah blah blah. Sprocket, here it is. Sprocket is speak, so English. Okay. But I don't get everything else in English. Oh crap. That's key binding. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I messed this up. Gamepad layout, graphics, that's graphics. That's not audio, music, audio listener. I'm so screwed. Zuckers. Okay, I don't know what that means. Are you sure? I reckon maybe. I don't know. Escape. All right, let's just play. Let's see what happens. New game. Let's do this guy. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Save preset. Okay, fine. No, invalid preset. Oh, the name. Okay, Nord. There we go. Randomize, randomize. Save preset. Saves preset back. Continue. Single player. I have no idea, but let's just go ahead and continue. I have to apply the settings? Yeah, I don't know. It didn't work. Nord can't even read English. We're doomed. Shut up. The option on the left. Oops. I don't think they had a changed language. Oh yeah, I did play. I played this. What the hell? Okay, I have no idea. So let me see this so I can move around this way like this, and I can. And I can. I think I remember the thing that bugged me about this game was the moving. Open. F. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I understand this. This is gonna be this. I'm gonna have to fix this. I can't. I don't know what the hell's going on here. There's nothing there. Okay. I think the camera is the thing that drove me nuts in this game. Yes, Brecken. All right. I will have to figure this out. Okay, so it's the game that I thought it was. I'm familiar with this game. How the hell do I exit? No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, sure. I think that's it's telling me to do that. Mm-hmm. That's perfect. Yeah, whatever. This must, yeah, I think I played this when it was a demo. I remember. So I'll have to try that out. I'll have to reset it. I'll go into the back to the INI file or something and change the language. I don't know what I did. Brink's been playing. So I definitely will have to see what I'm interested in playing. I honestly, between you guys and me, I have no idea what I want to play. I'm just not, there's nothing that's really, other than like the Elden Ring because of the challenge right now, there's nothing really that's calling my name out like, you gotta play this. There's nothing like that right now. I remember enjoying Remnant because it was so freaking difficult also, and I was getting better. Farthest Frontier. Oh, it's another builder game though. It looks like a mature version of Fabledom. Interesting. Is that out yet? It's early access. Reminds me of Manor Lords without the conquesting and all that. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right, so I will look at some of these games and I'll decide on something. So we're playing tomorrow. We get to play tomorrow. All right, it is 4th of July. I know that some of you are probably going to be doing some cookouts or attending some firework events. Whatever you do, be safe. Don't be that person that holds the fireworks in your hand. If you can avoid having to light any fireworks, do so. You know, just go and watch them and have a good time. They're best viewed from a distance. Enjoy hot dogs, burgers, and whatever else you guys eat on this day. And we will be back tomorrow and we'll play something. Okay? I got it. I got a parade. That's right. You got a parade to watch with your kidlet. So go, your grandkidlet's actually in it. I hope he has a good time. I hope everything goes well. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Do something fun. Thanks for hanging out with me and giving me your honest opinion of things and also providing feedback into whatever articles I decide to talk about here. As you know, this stream is not about me. It's about you and about what we decide to discuss here. So I appreciate that. And therefore, if you're giving this a thumbs up, it's because you like yourself and everything that you put into it as well. And if you didn't get a chance to be here, you should be thumbsing up anyways. Thumbsing up is a word. That's what we're going with. And I will see you on the next one. So until then, I will wish you well. I'll see you soon. I'm out. Peace.